I normally arrive after 15 minutes.
Even that's early for you.
Yeah, got that quick drying glue today.
This is a bit I don't like because I don't know if we're live. And I think it's the same for everybody. Everybody that uses StreamYard. Nobody knows if we're live yet because it's just that delayed.
Yeah,
it is really delayed.
You've got
go like this, look.
the delay, and you've got the advert.
And nobody, and it will just, it doesn't tell me I'm live, yet other people will be like, yeah, you're live. Oh, yes, we're live.
Hello, everybody.
Okay. Just give it a couple of seconds just so we can catch up on my phone because, there we go. I hope. Yeah, we're live, and now I've got all the live comments on here. Perfecto. Jeremy. My word, sunshine. Hello.
It's good to be back on the stream again.
I know you're on Phil's stream a little while ago, but I think our history goes back a little bit longer than that, doesn't it?
A couple of years now, isn't it?
Oh, it's a couple of years. In fact, in the beginning, I think you were coming on my streams. I was coming on your streams. There were you and Ben, weren't they? And that other lad. No,
yeah.
that was the young lad that I cannot remember. Oh,
you know what? I forgot his name as well.
Oh,
yeah, anyway, there was the three of you, and obviously, I was chatting to Leah yesterday, and she was like, "Can you remember when they couldn't get their live going, and you had to use Leah's channel?" Thank you, Happy Ant. Happy Ant's been a channel member for 20 months. Wow. That is going fast.
See, look, just shows how time's just flying by.
Oh, mate, it's just, the older you could get, the quicker time goes by. And when you're younger and the older blokes are telling you this, you're thinking, nah, it's a load of rubbish. But as you get older, it's like, yeah, it's true. It's true.
Creeps up on you for sure.
But yeah, I think that's where we kind of started chatting back then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Weren't you more Phasmids back then as well, weren't you? I remember right.
I was, when I first started in the hobby, I was more like isopods and millipedes and stuff like that. I wasn't allowed predatory inverts at the time. Well, I say that I had a mantis and a jumping spider, but my mum was not really too into them. So I was like, Brighton show was my first show. Got some millipedes, some roaches, and some isopods. Had a communal going and stuff like that. And then, when we started talking, I was still slowly going into predatory stuff. And I think when we started talking, I just had my first tarantula, which Ben gifted me. And it just exploded from there.
My God. Ellie's just said, don't forget to dislike the stream. Thank you, Ellie. Love you too. Hello to everybody in chat. I hope everybody's doing really well. I hope everybody's ready for Christmas. I know we're not. And no doubt there'll be 100 comments. Jackson's Arachnids. Scott, I have some fraud going on with my account. As soon as I get a new card, should be tomorrow. I'll sign back up for the membership. Don't worry, Jackson. Take your time. It's all good. Fraud on your card is concentrate on getting that money back if you lost any. I think before you worry about subscribing back up as a channel member. Hey Greg, hi Harry, hi Lewis, hi Carson, hey Reese, hi Craig, hi Phil, Incredible Inverts and Other Animals. When you become a channel member after so long, you get fun. And he says Scott says something and he can't respond.
Our cups are empty. We will join you.
I can't because it's got to be 9 o'clock for me to be able to swear. Hi,
Aaron. Yet.
No. Hey, Leah. Hi, Chow Gaming. Hi, David. Hey, Wolf Goddess. Let me just keep strolling. I do apologise if I've missed anybody, but I can only, for some reason I can only scroll back so much. Oh my God, Jackson lost almost £1,000. Oh my word. Oh, mate, I hope you can get that back with your bank. I really do. Hi, Lee. We're also going to do the 2 draws for the 2 previous comps. So the beginner spider one and the old world one from the 2 videos. It was supposed to be last week, but unfortunately I couldn't do a live last week, so we're doing it this week. We're going to do that at Moist O'Clock, which is 9 p.m. Again, come 9 p.m. if you've got kids watching, probably a good idea to turn them around and put some ear defenders on them, because we start swearing, adult conversation and all the rest of it at come 9 p.m. We've also got a giveaway coming out on Christmas Day, 6 p.m. I know Leah's confirmed to be joining. They're going to have some other people popping in and popping out. We're just doing a giveaway. It's Christmas Day, Ellie, as long as you turn up.
I have to take my memo.
Yeah, no worries, as long as you turn up. And Lewis?
I think Lewis... to get one of them stickers and slap it on the car and say, taxi driver.
I think Lewis was looking at doing a sling. Leah's looking at doing something. It's just going to be a giveaway. Christmas Day. It's going to be pretty cool. Sorry?
Can we give away children? Just make me a cup of coffee in the next 5 minutes.
I get this. I go, Layla, what? Will you make me a cup of tea? And then she goes, and then.
Now the deal is, she's already making coffee, but she's making it for herself, hoping we wouldn't notice. And the kettle's on and is allowed.
Hey, Bert.
She's already making it, so technically not slave labor.
Layla's got a good thing about coming into the kitchen, putting the kettle on, bringing a phone in here, and disappearing for 45 minutes while she plays the phone and raids the fridge. And then you go to make a cheese sandwich or something, and all the cheese is gone, or all the chocolate's gone, or the crisps have gone. And it's like I keep saying to her, all you've got to do is ask. And the only reason I want you to ask is so me and your mum know what's left.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I keep my snacks in my room. Little sisters don't raid it.
Boxing Day is not live. We're going to do a video. It's going to be another giveaway. And we're going to be giving away 7 different species of isopod. And there is some true stunners in there as well. There's some Hoffman Soggy, there's some high res, there's some real nice stuff. So keep your eye out for that one on Boxing Day. Anyway, back to Jeremy's Wild World. So Jeremy, 2 years ago, we've got a very young Jeremy, very new to the streams, very new to the hobby. How did you get from that point to now being like a true spider superstar? Because I say that because you've got true spider breeders. A lot of them aren't listening to what the rest of us are saying, which is, look, you know, you guys need to get together. You're really considerate, so you're kind of going, yes, I can breed these. No, I can't breed these because there's already thousands of them out there. Do you kind of feel the pressure of kind of putting yourself out there on a stand, especially at a young age?
Well, to answer the first one, with the whole invert thing in general, it all started in 2019. So I was at college, you know, I started up a YouTube channel because my friend said, oh, why don't you do it? You keep a couple different species. At the time I had a fish tank and I had a quail, which was kind of random. And I had land snails, and, you know, I made a couple videos. Please don't watch them. They're very cringe. Don't watch old videos.
Go back and watch them. Go back and watch them yourself.
Then every time I do, I just click off it. And like my little sisters, they love my channel, and they always put my videos on when like family and friends are around. And on the big TV, I'm like, no, I don't like listening to myself. It's just something that comes up. But yeah, so I just started the YouTube channel, and then actually my college tutor, he mentioned to me, he said there's an invert show coming up. This was the Bedford show. We were in our first year. He said, did you want to come along? We'll get a couple of the college guys and we'll go up. Couldn't make it to that one. And he said, well, there's one in Brighton if you wanted to go to that. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll check it out. Little old me thinking, oh, it'll just be a couple people there showing off bugs. I thought it was just like, you know, a casual, small, you know, like those little presentations they do at schools and stuff like that. Yeah, I was severely mistaken. I rock up to Brighton. I see Petco Naruto running down the queue. The queue's wrapping around the building and getting to it was just crazy to me. And I think that's what really kicked it off. Like just realizing how big the hobby is, how diverse of species we can keep here in the UK. I never thought, you know, back then I could keep a giant Asian mantis I've seen in a documentary, or keep orange millipedes that are yay big. Like I've never thought stuff like that. Like at the time, I think Tony had coconut crabs. I don't know if you remember 2019 with Tony having the coconut crabs.
I
looked
remember
at those.
I
was
remember
like, no way.
Yeah, and I remember thinking those coconut crabs get huge, and I think
Gigantic.
he got a lot of stick for having those. Harry, when I say true spider on this channel, it's just easier for everybody. So if we say true spider, it's any other spider than tarantulas. Yes, you've got megalomorphs and all the rest of it, but we chuck a common name onto them.
Yeah.
Just literally
for
like
everyone,
true spider. It's the word true spider isn't one for the geeks, but for us common folk it works. And I hope the educated ones that prefer to use the technology can just bear with us. Terminology, sorry, just bear with us just for tonight. But yeah,
excuse me. But yeah, so it's like rocking up to the show, picking up a few things after watching a few channels such as yourself at the time, and Sam and Petco and stuff like that. It was really quite interesting transitioning from a couple years of fish keeping, because that's what I was really passionate about, was fish keeping. Still keep fish today, but yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Steve,
I'm hoping to get a puffer fish soon, maybe next year. That's going to be a video if I do get it. Yeah, freshwater. I've got a 250-liter tank set up right now. Just maturing it for now, and then I'll get the freshwater puffer.
No worries, Callum.
But yeah, so like transitioning from the fish to the inverts, it's just like one thing I noticed was how much easier it was. And back then, I can admit that my husbandry wasn't the greatest.
Hey, Kai.
Did the typical beginner stuff, millipedes on cocoa fiber and a mantis in two smaller enclosures. But we all do it, yeah, of course. And it's like, but even then, doing it, I'd say not great. It was still easy enough that, I had the mantis mature out and got lucky enough to have a female, and, had the millipedes breed and had a massive dairy cow colony for like 2 years. Like, that was crazy. I think
I was still keeping millipedes on cocoa fiber, but with rotting leaves on the top, calcium deposit, all the rest of the stuff that should be in with it, until I started chatting with incredible inverts and other animals, and it was Phil that's like, no, they actually eat the whole substrate. And then I was like, oh, maybe I should pay a bit more attention to this. And I was, all mine's changed. But cocoa fiber, it's just rubbish anyway, I think.
Yeah, I haven't used the stuff in years.
It holds water, but for me, I find it grows mold real quick.
Super quick. Because it holds moisture for so long.
Mushrooms seem to grow, absolutely adore it as well.
Yeah. I don't miss yellow mushrooms randomly popping up in my enclosures, that's for sure.
Is our Tim there, is he?
Sleep, so.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Can bring him back.
Yeah, Sir Tim Baxter is in the chat. Tim, just quickly, Tim works at Creatures from the North stand with Chris's Zoo on Wheels. They have got some awesome deals on at the moment. It just popped up on the Facebook feed just before the live. I was like, oh my word! If you've got a spare couple of £100 to invest in spiders, go have a quick look. Have a look at the Facebook post. Very cool. I use cocoa fiber, says Harry. I've never gotten the yellow mushrooms with cocoa fiber, only with the peat moss. Yeah, exactly. I think it does vary from house to house, from country to country, to what happens, because I mean, all my spiders are in my kitchen, so my humidity in here is quite high already. So whether that plays a factor with the cocoa fiber, I think more than likely. Plus the temperatures in here are up and down, that never consistent throughout the day. Maybe that's got something to do with it. I don't know.
I feel like, like if you use leaf litter for decor, that stuff's collected outside. I know some people bake it, but with like millipedes and stuff, it's better just to let it dry out. So, you never know what spores and stuff are on the leaves collected. So, that stuff can sprout up. Not that it's a bad thing, but
are you
moss as well? Yeah,
moss from the woods, tree bits of bark from the woods, oak leaves from the woods, all the rest of it.
Yeah, so you never know what kind of spores are on there. Not that mushrooms are a bad thing, but hey, if you got millipedes and isopods, they'll eat the mushroom.
Well, I mean, it has been said. People have kind of said, look, you know, including myself in the past, mushrooms and mold is what spiders and other inverts are going to experience in the wild, in the burrows anyway. Which I kind of said, yeah, okay, that's completely fine. But as a human race, do we experience these things at that close quarters in our environments in the home? No, we don't. And those spores that come off the mushrooms could aid God knows what. And let's not kind of put scare stories out there, because you know I'm not fully educated on this yet, but I'd just rather them not be there.
Yeah, of course. That's why I make my own substrate mix now. You know, it's just cheaper in the long run, and I can make big batches of it at a time for like 15 quid.
I use Biomix now, or Allmix, which is typically used for let's say you normally buy it from the grow shop. So for seedlings, it's really, really good. And in my naughty days, that's what we used to use. So I thought, oh, actually, I'll just go back to using that, and it's really, really good.
Because I'll probably eat a bunch.
Reese has got a mold outbreak in the Saint-Payers Victoria tank. Got to change that soon.
Can I just ask Tim if he's got any flat rock scorpions?
Oh yeah, I seen Leah's short on that. Beautiful, beautiful scorpion.
I've got 3 scorplings of the flat rocks at the moment. Trying to grow those up for God knows how long those will take to mature out.
I only ever use cocoa fibre as an extra in a mix with substrate. Hey, Anton. Got to change again. Also, my pokey guys, I think it's starting not to feed, says Erin. Erin, did you send those pictures off to Lewis?
Yeah.
Was it Regalis?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bears, I bought a £30 advance box of Creatures from the North. If you do go to see one of the shows, obviously the first place you should be going is Ian Albinden, which is where Ellie, Lewis, and Leah and Terry normally are. And then the second place should be Creatures from the North, and go say hello to Tim Baxter and Chris on Wheels. Those guys are like an absolute wealth of knowledge. And then
it was nice at Brighton chatting to Tim about the scorpions on the spider shop table. That was quite nice. Just being like, yeah, I think those are these. I was like, I can see that. That was
good. I thought us lot got excited about inverts, spiders, scorpions, and stuff like that. You start chatting to Tim, and he gets excited over those scorpions, doesn't he?
Oh, just seeing him walk away with like a massive stack of what were they, Tim? Were they the Jovis? He just had 3 of them, 5 of them just walking off. I was like, oh, okay.
You only have 1.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think, was it the Coventry show, Tim, where you just went bonkers and bought so many scorpions? It was just like, wow. But he's got the right idea. He's going to breed them and put them back into the community, which is awesome.
Yeah, that kind of thing is like my ideal with the true spiders as well. You know, trying to buy, and not, of course, trying to buy everything that's in Go. I don't want to have everything, because, you know, at the moment, currently, you guys can probably see just from the back here that everything I keep is in my bedroom. So, you know, I'm trying to keep what I can manage, which is, you know, I've got a lot of free time nowadays, so after work and stuff, so I can manage it. And I'm not saying, you know, go out and buy hundreds of animals. I know you guys say this as well, but, you know, keep what you can handle. And for me right now, like, you know, with the slings I have at the moment, I have hundreds. Like, this is just mostly just, this enclosure is just for storage for slings at the moment, just because I have so many. I can show this later on.
But I mean, you've educated yourself over 2 years, so you know what you're getting yourself into. I say for younger guys, you know, your slings will turn to adults, but see how long that's going to take, because they might not be an adult for another 5 to 10 years, so they might not take up as much space as what you think. Plus, you're going to have adults pass away and things like that. So just have a look at your room to what you can put where. And like I said, just remember those slings, if successful, will eventually grow up to be bigger spiders, as well as you're having deaths. But then
I'm getting lucky though.
is,
My dad said I can take over the garage, so that's a summer project. I'm going to renovate this massive garage space. You know, going to insulate it, get all the racking. So that's going to like really.
Are you going to document the whole process?
Oh yeah,
yes,
definitely. It's going to be
a great
project. Supposed to happen this year, but I ended up changing my mind on the shed because my dad said, "You know what? You can have the garage." I was like, "But you said I couldn't." So now next year, hopefully, touch wood, that will be my little spider cave.
Your dad, I mean, he's not the tallest of guys, but he looks like a fearsome. He looks like a proper warrior, doesn't he?
Oh, he's just a gummy bear.
He does look like a warrior, but he is a nice guy.
He's amazing.
People that aren't into the true spiders, what would you say is a good true spider that's going to get somebody's interest?
Annabelle.
Especially going forward. Now, Ellie don't say that very often. Remember when we had ant boys on, and Ellie was like, "I don't like ants."
She don't like spiders either. She likes tarantulas. She don't like spiders.
Well, I mean, you know, probably what people think is, jumping spiders. But for me personally, I wouldn't say jumping spiders they're good, but I think Eresus and Gundamino, so the velvet spiders, are a much better beginner spider, simply because of how easy it is to care for them. You know,
Daniel.
Jumping spiders, you need to make sure the humidity is right, arboreal space and stuff like that. But whereas with Erisidae or the Eresus and the Gundamino, bone dry substrate, anchor points for them to make their webs, and let's see, I think I've got just over here.
Yeah, we are. So we are going to badger Jeremy to get quite a few of the spiders out tonight.
So this is
literally
not
without enclosures. Let me just make that very clear.
Yeah, I don't need any escapees. It's my off day tomorrow. I'd rather not have an off day looking around for a huntsman or a wandering spider. But yeah, so this is my enclosure for my Eresus species blue. So as you can see, there is a dry substrate in there. I did make a video on this, guys, if you do want to check it out at all. But literally the substrate, you can tell, is bone dry.
Steve W. just put a link in the chat for your very first video.
Oh no! Why? Steve! Well, yeah, listen to me now and back then. I sounded completely so robotic back then.
Yeah, we all do. Yeah, don't worry.
But yeah, so it's like, little naturalistic enclosure, sand and my little substrate mix, bits of sticks and rocks.
Where's she hiding, or is she literally right inside that? Well, I can just see her leg.
There you go. You can see her just in a little the web tunnel here. Did exactly what I wanted her to do.
Hey, Lucy.
Yeah, so super easy to care for. People say don't spray them, but I give them a spray once a month. Just it can rain in their areas, so yeah, they do get most of their moisture from their prey.
I'll spray my GBBs. I mean, people say keep them bone dry. It's like, yeah, okay, but I'll still spray it once a month.
Give it some sort of moisture, because it's not like they're living in the desert.
No, they live in bushes. They live at the bottom of bushes. That's why they're dry.
And what does a bush need to live?
Water, exactly. So it filters through. They don't get a lot, but they get some.
They get something, yeah. That's the thing that fascinates me with the true spiders as well, because you kind of see the tarantulas, they're arboreal. Tarantulas are burrowing down into the substrate, and then they're living semi-terrestrial, I like to call it. I don't like to say they're straight terrestrial. But the true spiders, I find any of them apart from the orb weavers will literally just go, well, actually, I'll live up there, or I'll live down there, or I'll live over there.
Wherever they can squeeze into.
Is it I think it's the Linothelli phalanx hasn't had a name change, has it? So it's still...
Yeah, it's still phalanx.
It's still Linothelli phalanx. So the Linothelli phalanx, I think majority of people just go for that anchor point like a GBB and watch it web up something crazy. But if you don't provide it the anchors and literally give it this much substrate, they will burrow and they'll produce that web coming up above their burrow. And if you think like a H-Max quick or a Poke is quick or a Psamopaeus is quick, they've got nothing on the Phalax. Phalax is probably one of the most fastest species of spider I've had in my collection. What do you reckon's the super speedy ones of the true spider area? I mean,
it's got to be either. Yeah, the sand spiders are super quick. They have to be because of how infrequent their prey is in the wild. Like, if they're not quick, they're going to miss out on a meal for another few months. So, and then you've got your wandering spiders, your huntsman spiders. So your Sparacidae and your Cetenidae, like they are lightning quick as well. I was going to mention as well, like literally, like keeping true spiders. The one thing I've loved about keeping true spiders is that my reaction speed to when they come to escape now, tarantulas aren't even quick for me anymore. It's like, yeah, I had my Psamopaeus, what's it, Langenbertri female. She, bolted out of her enclosure. I just went, just put my hand in front because, like, with how many huntsmen I deal with every day, I have to be super lightning quick reaction. So, like, it's true spider speed is on a whole different level.
Red Fang.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. My adult female sat at the back of her enclosure. Between that and the front, there's 30 centimeters of space. She's produced tiny amounts of webbing at the back, nothing at the front. But what I went for all dried leaves. So as I've gone to put a Mario worm at the back, but it's foul at the front. And she's just gone, woof, straight on it. And I was like, you've got no web in there at all. You must have literally felt that through the leaves, through the ground, and just come flying. And my God, she had no interest in getting out of the enclosure whatsoever. Literally just like, right, that's food. Bomph. And literally within seconds, that Mario worm was dead. Though it was completely motionless. I was like, oh, that is something special going on there.
Yeah, their venom is that the whole wandering spider. People say like, oh, it's not a Phaneutria, which are the Brazilian wandering spiders. Oh, they're not. Their venom's not bad. But with me, I always say, like, any Cetenid I work with, I 100% treat it as if I was going to be keeping a Phaneutria. Be very careful. Do not put my fingers near them at all. Just rather avoid the bite if I can. Yeah,
they're in the same infraorder, aren't they?
Yeah,
as the recluse and stuff like that. So the toxins that they've got in their venom must surely work very similar to what the brown recluse works.
Yeah, so that's why I tell people, like, tiger wandering spiders, although they have been reclassified, the C. Saleh, they've been reclassified into their own species now or something like that. Common name's bromeliad spiders, which I love. That's really cool. But yeah, any of the wandering spiders, or the scientifically known as the family Cetenidae, just if you're going to keep them, guys, just treat them like you would treat owning a Phaneutria, just because you never know. Though the medical side, it hasn't been recorded, it's best just to avoid it, because do you really want to be bit by something in the same family as Phaneutria? I don't think so.
Lucy's just recently got a work Marnie trapdoor spider. That's the orange leg, isn't it? Which
yes, Demarcus Marnie.
Demarcus work Marnie. The spider shop sold them as trapdoors. They're not actually trapdoors. They're
tunnel web.
Is it tunnel?
Yeah.
Tunnel, or they can make like a tower coming up out of the substrate. They do come out, but they haven't got as a trapdoor as such.
Yeah, they'll sit in front, and they won't necessarily have the flick door. They'll just stick their legs out, and if something walks by, they'll lunge it. But yeah, it's not a true trapdoor.
Tim Baxter, some researchers are saying 6 eyes are now number 1 for venom. I'll find the paperwork for Jeremy.
It's a bit of a muddle up, like from what I've read with the 6 eyes.
You're looking at those because you've got the Sicarius Summathides, and then you've got the other ones which are slightly darker brown, which
like
I cannot.
Hex or something? I can't remember the
it is
name.
It is, yeah. I can't. No, I can't.
It's been an on and off thing because it started off with them being, oh yeah, they have necrotic venom. If you get bit by the Sicarius, it's going to kill you. Then they did a paper saying, no, they're not that bad, and the ones that actually are bad aren't in the hobby, and they're classified as a species. And then apparently there was another paper that came out saying that yes, Sicarius venom is pretty bad. Do not mess with them. It's like it's constantly, it's very confusing. Like that's one thing. The true spider hobby is very confusing scientific wise at the moment.
It seems pretty easy for me, for the scientists to go, okay, so if we use a test subject and extract the venom in the same way that they do the snakes, because that's how they get the anti-venom for the Sydney funnelweb spiders, by extracting the venom, then surely they can look at it under the microscope and analyze what's in it and go, oh yeah, that's really nasty to humans. That's not. But then would they, because they're not the biggest of spiders, so if their venom is extremely dangerous, but they only have a very small amount of it that isn't dangerous in those quantities, is it worth putting them on a DWA? I think if they've got the potential to harm or kill children, that's definitely on the DWA. So I think, like you said, I think it really does need a lot more research into it, because we're all buying them at the moment. We've all, a lot of us. I mean, I've got two different species at the moment.
I've got 4 of the little ones, little slings. I got. I don't know if you can see them. Oh, yeah, you can.
Oh, mine.
Mine's
just
there.
in.
Of course, I have to get the cloudy sling pot.
Mine's just there.
Oh wow, that's a good size, that one.
So she's got some of the little flies in there to hopefully she'll munch.
It's just in the corner. Oh wait, there it is.
And this one
just there
is just there. So that one's bigger.
Oh wow.
So where is she? That is the Hex one, the other type.
Oh yeah.
Which I should really have labelled that container up, which I'll do after the show, promise.
I say that all the time. Like, I'm going to label it later. I just never get around to doing it.
Lewis will tell you I haven't got all my collection labelled because I generally know what they are.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I just know what they are, what sex they are. If they've been sex, it's just like, do I really need to label it?
I kind of thought, well, yeah, but if somebody else comes here, then they might need to know. So I am going to go through and have a look. I don't think there's many left that I've got to label now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Venom Tech have worked with them quite a bit, says Phil. Yes, got the amount of venom also determines the danger. Well, yeah, I mean, we've got the daddy long legs in this country, which is, I've heard stories. So hopefully Tim or Phil or yourself will have some paper on this that they can drop to me. But I've heard that's extremely, extremely venomous. But they haven't got enough venom in them to be able to do any damage to you. They can't open their fangs wide enough to bite your skin, and if they could, then their fangs would actually disintegrate on your skin aneway.
It's too tiny. The fangs are too tiny.
But if a daddy long legs had fangs like a phalanx, let's say, and the venom sacs like a phalanx, then the daddy long legs would be something that they'd probably put on a DWA.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely crazy. It would be pretty cool though, because then the UK will have
the UK's only DWA spider.
Only
DWA spider.
Anywhere you Google it, it will just tell you it's not wives' tale.
Is it actually wives' tale? Old wives' tale?
If you look it up, that's what it says. I mean, I don't know. I mean, Google's not the font of all knowledge, but it does come up as an old.
Thank you, Daniel. Hectropelma harney.
That's the one, Hectropelma.
Yeah, if somebody in the comments could do a little Google and let us know if that is actually myth and legend or if it's true. Phil said it's a myth.
Yeah, it's a myth.
That'd be Happy Ant says as well. Have you guys done a bit of Googling? The spider can bite humans. Learn something. Lucy, I learn stuff every single day. Every day.
All the time. It's like, been in a hobby 3+ years now, and I'm still learning new things every day. Different behaviors, different ways of housing.
Every single day. Google, Facebook, other channels. It's just, there's so much knowledge just coming out. It's crazy. Would you say like a Hognose Miami, they're very, very cheap. They're normally like £10-12 for a good sized spider. Would you say they're a good beginner spider for the true spider side of things?
Yeah, I mean, if you've kept, the whole wolf spider genus is a great starting genus as well. If you're looking for something a little bit more quicker, and you've had experience with, your faster tarantulas, more bolty tarantulas, then you'll be completely fine with a wolf spider. And just giving them the space and watching them chase down prey is something that's just, you can't beat it.
Like, what oranges are they? Sweet Clemens. She's had about 10 of them.
Somebody isn't going to get much sleep later on tonight.
I've got 2 for the roaches, and that's it.
I still got this many left.
Oh, wow. Well, we're going to have to see at the end of the stream how many are left, Ellie.
I've bought fruit through the root roaches before now. I've gone to get it, and it's like, where's my fruit gone? And Layla's gone, oh, I ate it. And I've gone, the guy over the road just gave me that to free because it was all out of date and going mouldy and stuff. And she was like, oh. And then the next day, she's like, I've got diarrhea. I was like, oh, yeah, I wonder why. she doesn't learn a lesson, not one bit.
I like that with the mixed veg that we have a roast and veg is nicking for the feeders.
I don't know if the false widow is exactly, the UK's most venomous. I know the bacteria on the fangs can be a bit nasty because Layla actually got bit on the bum by a false widow, and then she had to go to hospital and have that area removed, cleaned, and all the rest of it. And the hospital actually said it's because of the bacteria on the false widow's fangs. And it's not something they said it is common. It's not actually a rare occurrence. Even though I'd never heard of it before.
Venom is quite potent as well. I mean, I saw. I'm not experiencing myself. I don't know if you know Rick from Rick's Bug Room. He's works with a few different companies. He was breeding his mantids. Like some people will just put them on a lollipop stick and free roam them. One of his females suddenly went really limp. And he noticed that there was a Statoda juvenile nearby. So he's assuming that the female went for it. It bit her. And she went really paralytic. Luckily, she recovered because the venom isn't potent enough to kill it. But still, their venom towards inverts is pretty potent for a false widow.
Dave just said the UK mouse spider is probably the worst in the UK. Is that a native species, Jeremy, or was that
mouse? Yeah, we have native mouse spiders.
Yeah, mouse spiders. They look evil as
is that the one with the green fangs, Lewis?
No, the red.
No, those are the tunnel webs, the S. florentina.
Because they are stunning.
They're beautiful.
I've searched the garden. I've searched everywhere for one of those. I can't find them in Coventry yet.
I haven't had any luck here either.
I've had false widow kill slings, which much bigger than themselves as kill. Says Dave, sorry.
A pain when they get to enclosures.
I got bit in my leg by a false widow. Says bear swelled 3 times the size, having constant pus for about 5 days. My words. I mean, I have been tagged while I've been asleep by what I think was a false widow. And it's just left literally 2 tiny red marks and been itchy as anything. Let me just get Lewis up on big screen. I mean, look at that. That's in the UK.
Yeah.
And that is stunning.
I had a few of those wander around my house.
Oh, I wish.
What I really want to find is the woodlouse spiders. Those are amazing. I want one of those so bad.
Yeah,
we
if you
nearly
want to
had.
Get some slabs in your back garden, put them up against your shed, and just leave them. And then just check.
I have a log
You're
pile
going
in
back.
my garden. I've checked it twice, this year and last year. No luck. I had one at work literally a couple months ago in the summer. I went to go run and get a sample pot.
I think
Out of context, I work in a hospital, and in the changing room there was one wandering around the floor. So I was like, "Oh, I have a sample pot. I'm gonna go run and get one." I come back, it's gone. I'm like, "No!"
I think
really wanted to do like a natural setup for it and just keep one.
in the summer
So
this
cool.
year in Coventry, there's like, it's not like a wild park, but we've got like an ancient woodland in Coombe Abbey, and they do put out loads of log sticks, and they stack them quite high for beetles and other stuff. So I'm not gonna take it apart, but I'm certainly gonna have a little fish around there.
Mooch around around it, yeah.
Yeah, a little mooch around. Been reports of purse web spiders not far from me. Planning to go look at some. Lucy's been looking for the woodlice spider. Happy answer. What? It's just, I mean, if it weren't for Lewis, right, this house would be overrun, and I mean overrun with false widows. There was a single female with 3 egg sacs.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I ended up hatching them out and releasing them in the back of the garden. The female, I've still got the female. I'm really surprised she's still alive. Sorry?
Said why?
Because they're absolutely stunning, and I can't have a DWA to get the Black Widow, so it's the next best thing, isn't it?
The false widows are the best we can get without one.
I mean, Philippa Fish, if is he in the comments tonight? He has got these widow spiders, and they've got like red and white patterning on their abdomens.
His Latrodectus are stunning.
I was like, I've never even seen them before, mate. I was just like, wow, that is just absolutely beautiful.
Same with his pair of Venuccio Niger color. Those are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
He does say they're the only spider, really, that you don't have to do anything to them to provoke them. They will just go and run after you. Yeah, literally just put the fangs up and come running at you. People in the comments, we are 7 minutes away from Moist O'Clock. That's where we start. You know, swearing. The comments, the chats will get a bit fruity, let's say. So again, if you've got any children watching, come 9 o'clock. Yeah, it's a bit more adult.
Bit fruity. What are you doing? Getting another spiced pumpkin latte?
What's wrong with my pumpkin latte? We went to a show, right? We went to a show. And Chris, Lewis, and myself were like, "Oh yeah, fancy a Costa." So we went into service stations, and I think did you and Chris just have normal lattes?
I had an Americano coffee. Yeah.
I went for a pumpkin spice latte, and they've just ripped me for it.
Pumpkin spice latte, please.
Oh yeah, I'll give it that. Give it that. And I was like, "Babe."
I've got my purse, babe. Come on, pay for it, please.
I like going to Starbucks and getting the eggnog latte. That's banging. It's like having a dinner. And then at the moment, Starbucks are doing the gingerbread. Don't even say
the
it.
Starbucks toffee nut is really good. I'll give you that. The Starbucks toffee nut latte is really good.
I'm not going to go in a coffee shop and just go, "Oh, I can have a normal coffee." I can do that at home. I like filter coffee. So,
yeah, but the thing is, she wasn't at home, so you'd need coffee.
Yeah, pretty much. Jeremy, I might have woodlice spiders in the garden. Are you going to be at Seas?
Oh yes, I will be at Seas. I've booked the annual leave now, so hopefully I'll be able to get it.
Yeah.
Won't be trading at Seas, but I am planning to trade a few of the invert shows this year. And I'm wavering on the BTS. I'm not 100% sure what I want to do yet, because I love going to the hotel the day. I loved this year going to the hotel and spending the night before. You know, I'm not too sure what I want to do just yet.
I think it would be good for us lot as buyers, because you go to the BTS, they've got they'll have something species as a huntsman. The spider shop will obviously have a fair few. But apart from that, you know, you might see the odd orb weaver, but if you go with your stuff, it's going to be like, oh.
And hopefully by BTS, like a lot of my slings will be grown on / juvenile size. So, you know, it'll be quite nice to be able to pick up, you know, one of my Peloctodus or Heteropoda. What have I got right now? Javana's, you know, good sized sling rather than a wild caught adult. You don't know how long it's going to live for.
The orange huntsman, aren't they?
Yeah, the Javana, the orange. Hey. Really, really beautiful.
Phil says do BTS. Today's little beasties is still waiting for a reply from BTS.
I've got the form here, guys. I'm still wavering on it.
The BTS have stopped people posting YouTube videos on their Facebook group, you know, which is a bit annoying. Yeah.
There she is. Now,
but I'm sure when it comes to BTS, that will change again.
Fingers crossed, because that group is great. Really, really big.
Yes, it's a very, very, very interesting group.
Now, Javana, I keep one in a 15 by 15 by 15, but if you guys don't have the most space in the world, an adult female is currently living in a 32-ounce deli cup. And as you can see, she's got... I don't think she'll bolt.
Famous last words there.
Javana
Indonesia at the minute, that's why. If that bolts, right, it's not my fault. You cannot blame Scott's inverts for that one.
No, I'm not blaming you for that.
If you buy any spiders and get grief for it, that's when you can blame me. Is she gravid, Jeremy?
This one might be gravid again. I had an egg sac from her. She's wild caught. Did have an egg sac from her, and she's got like 60 plus slings in the back. But you can just see, in comparison to my thumb, this is a fully grown Javana.
You see, mine's
do intimidate you guys.
Mine's very relaxed. Sprayer, and my God, they can move, and I mean, they can shift some. They really can shift some.
I found with the Huntsman that they like humidity, but they hate getting sprayed on. So they can have water directly on them. They hate that. That's what I think. You know, gives the stereotype of huntsmen will just bolt as soon as you open the enclosure. I found that, you know, what I will do with my huntsmen, I'll spray the sides of, so like the deli cup, for example. I'll spray everything around the back. I won't do it at the front because, you know, I don't want it to cloud up so I can actually still see. And then I will you see the substrate's fairly humid as well. So doing that, she doesn't move. I mean, look, I took her out. I've got light in front of her. Oh, huntsmen don't like light. They'll run away from the light. I mean, she's still sitting still. I think that's the main thing. Just do not spray them directly and they won't bolt.
For anybody watching, reading the comments, #blame Scott's inverts has been going a little while. If you get grief for buying a new spider from your partner, just blame me. If your partner says you're not allowed any more spiders, just tell them you want a competition, and I'll happily back you up with comments for that as well if you want. But it's just spread. So if something breaks in your house, it's #blame Scott's inverts. Harry said he's got a bigger huntsman than that. What are your biggest true spiders, Jeremy?
Ooh, let's see. At the moment, I think my largest currently is my Dolomedes ocaphinicensis, the giant fishing spider. Yeah, my adult female.
Mine's living in an arboreal setup, and she's never ever on the ground. Sorry,
this
Scott's wanker.
Is it 9 o'clock?
It's 9 o'clock. Scott's wanker. I've been around enough streams. I don't need to be told.
Okay. I was talking to you, Jeremy, looking at you, and I could see Lewis out the corner of my eye going like this, and he's got a tiny little grin, and I'm thinking, what? Oh, you actually gone for the full fishing setup?
Yeah, I've got like a little. I haven't seen her use it, but you know, give her the opportunity, and it looks nice. And then where is she?
She put some little guppies in there.
Ugh. I have tried to feed her guppies. She's not been too interested, though. My Dolomedes Triton love guppies. There she is.
It's 9 o'clock, potty mouth time. Yeah, it is 9 o'clock, otherwise known as moist o'clock. I do apologise. Give me 1 second. So, oh wow, on Saka too.
Yeah, number 3 for this girl.
Let me grab mine and I'll show you.
See, that's the good thing about like true spiders. You get more than 1 sack.
Yeah, they'll just that's what I love about them as well. Is that you breed them, and once they're paired, they will keep laying egg sacs until they die, and they won't molt out. If you've done it correctly. Oh, what was that? But yeah, you can see, like, I keep my true spiders in all different kinds, you know, proper nice display enclosures, deli cups, acrylic enclosures. At the end of the day, so long as the spider's happy eating in, you know, has relatively good space for the size of the spider, you can keep them however is preferable for you.
Jenny, oh God, blame Scott's inverts. My hubby only agreed to one spider, agreed to one more, and I sneaked another couple. So we'll remember that. Yeah, if you want to pretend that you've won a competition, message me and I'll message you like you have, and then you can just say, "Well, it's not my fault because I actually won them and I can't give them back."
How many times can you get away with that, though? That's the thing.
Loads. Uncle Dave says, my fishing spider lived on the roof unless hunted. Had 4 egg sacs off my girl before she died. Wow. So yeah, mine, she never goes to the ground, never ever goes to the ground. She just literally sits on. I give her the cork bark tube, expect her to be like the Cameroon crab spider normally goes on the outside for the first couple of days of being in the enclosure. Then they eventually work their way inside that cork bark. The fishing spider has been on the outside of the cork bark for 2 months, literally from when we got her. I think we picked her up at the Coventry show, actually, so probably about 3-4 months ago. And she's not bothered by anything. Most of the spiders kind of run and hide. She don't. Anything happens, she's just still like.
What? They're not fussed. They just sit there like.
The Cameroon are wonderful spiders. Oh yeah. Michael, I'm just looking back up the chat. My mum's back garden has woodlouse spiders all over. There was a massive one under the shed in the summer. It was huge.
Jealous.
Oh yes. We get the orb weavers in my garden, but that's about it. But
I've got massive house spiders. The is it Eratogena species? They are gigantic. Like you get the the different species. You get the smaller ones. I've got the massive ones in my garden.
Have you seen
picking stuff up and just dropping in the web? Yeah, huge. Yeah. You just drop something in their web and just
bam. We've got something living at the front door. As you look at the front door to the right, there's a little hole, and in there's something with black legs, and I haven't seen it. Tara still smokes, so she'll go out with a tiny roach, and she'll put it on the web, and she says, "Scott, you just see a pair of legs, and that's it, and it's just a black pair of legs." So I'm keeping my fingers crossed something happens there. I'd like to be able to set a camera up on it, but the area I live in, it's probably in Coventry, probably not a good idea to leave a camera set up outside the front of your house.
That's going to get nicked.
Yeah, it will get stolen within about 2 minutes. Craig, just having a quick look at the comments again. But this sounds like a widow, Scott. Could well be. We literally, all you can see is literally a pair, just 2 black legs at the very end of its tunnel, and you can't see the actual body of the spider. But considering we found a female in here with the egg sacs in the summer, it's highly likely. Pretty soon I have to clear the webbing in my house, be all webbed up. Saturday on the sofa. Hopefully I can save the spiders and they can start again. Yeah, Kai, your messages get reviewed if you swear, by the way. My favourites, OBT and GBB, says Craig. How can you have a favourite spider?
Oh, I can't have favourites. I've got too many.
It's easy.
For Lewis, I'm going to guess at either the Balfouri or a Pokey. Pokey the spider. Balfouri, yeah.
I mean, I couldn't make my favorite true spider. That's why I did top 5 true spiders. That's why I did top 5.
There's just too many spiders out there to say that's my
There's just too
favorite,
many.
because you could be, someone else comes along. You have one favorite spider, and then Spar Spiders goes, "Oh, here's some O species silver," and you go, "Oh, well, actually, they're stunning."
That's what I love about true spiders as well. It's like you just have so many different types of hunting behaviors. It's crazy. You have spiders that spit venomous webbing out of their fangs. You have the netcasters, the the tripwires from the widows. You've got visual hunters from your
I've got a
Hogna.
spitting spider. My word.
They are crazy. There's I had a couple. They died.
She's very small. Yeah, she's very small at the moment. It looks very fragile until you put a fly in there, and then my word, yeah, she moves some then. But there's something like over 160,000 described and undescribed species of spider in the world.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we should breed them all together to make one super spider and let it bite me.
Cool, Balfouri. You just imagine though how many are out there that aren't discovered yet, because the scientists are going to be looking for mammals, aren't they? And they're not going to be looking for spiders as much.
Which is a shame, because there are a load of different cool ones out there.
What's your more colourful ones, Jeremy? That you've got kind of back there behind you.
Well, these are mostly all just slings at the moment. I'd say. Hang on. This one, and then So I'll need to take the camera off for this. Hang on 1 second.
It's not OnlyFans time, Lewis.
Sorry, I knocked over some ash.
Uh-oh.
But we have a desk hoover.
While Jeremy is doing that, we shall do the draw. So for the first video for the beginner spiders, those 5 slings, we're going to do the draw now. I've got everybody that's entered. Everybody's names are in the hat. So I'm just going to give it a good swirl round. Pick one out. We'll pick this one. So whoever wins, if you get in contact with me, we shall get it over.
See you again on the next one.
Yeah, and my handwriting's awful, so I've got, that's nice.
Just freshly malted. This is Hogna Maderiana. I think the common name is the Porto Santa wolf spider or something like that.
How long do they live for?
Females will live up to 2 years, and with the males living about 8 months to a year.
And how long will they live for as an adult?
Adults, well, she's just matured out, so hopefully I've got maybe like 6-ish months, maybe 8 months with her. I did get this girl as a small juvenile, so I have had her for a few months now. I don't know.
Have you got a male waiting?
I do. I was trying to pair them, but I think she was too small, so I'm going to fatten her up now, keep the male well fed, because he's still eating prey, so he's still fresh. So hopefully I'll be able to breed these.
I thought I spelled this name wrong, but I've got it right. So the person who has won the 5 beginner slings is, if you can see that, Debao Bowen. So Debao Bowen, congratulations. If you get in contact with myself, I will then put you in contact with Steve W. That is for the 5 New World slings from the first giveaway. And just to show, I'll pick another name just to show that there's more in there. Do you know what I mean? But this one isn't obviously one. There's another one, Gemma. And that's just to show that there's more names in there, not just one. And while Jeremy's showing you that stunning spider, we shall also give this one a shake. This one has got the scissors still in there. This one is for the old worlds. So for the second giveaway, remember, if you don't win, we are doing giveaways on Christmas Day. There's going to be a couple of channels coming on that live. So there's going to be a couple of giveaways on there. I think me and Steve are doing another 5-sling giveaway. Lewis was on about putting a sling in. Leah's on about putting some stuff in. We're gonna twist Luke from Spar Spider's balls until he agrees to do something as well.
I'll pop a couple Huntsman slings if you want, Scott.
Jeremy's going to put a couple of Huntsman slings into that one as well. That's on Christmas Day, 6 p.m. So that live is kind of we do that live. Me and Ellie did it last year, and we had a really, really good time. We get a lot of people on that either don't celebrate Christmas or might not have many people around them. Come along, so it should be pretty cool. I'll probably be the only sober one on there. But anyway, let's go on with the old world giveaway, and we'll go for this one.
Good luck, everyone.
And this one is Christopher Cunningham.
Oh, congratulations, Christopher.
So Christopher Cunningham, again, if you could get in contact with myself, and I'll put you in contact with Steve W. If those guys aren't here, but you do know who they are, please message them to get in contact with myself, and then we can crack on. Lucy is the info for the next draw on your videos. I've mentioned it in the videos. The next giveaway will be Christmas Day, and it's 6 p.m. and we're doing a live that day. The Boxing Day, we're doing another giveaway for 7 different species of isopod. There's an isopod breeder that's kindly donated those, so we're going to do another one video on Boxing Day. But Christmas Day, we're going to do a live. Dave says Uncle Dave is going to add something to the Christmas giveaway as well as. So Christmas Day, 6 p.m. Scott's Inverts Christmas party. But like I said, there's going to be some other channels popping in as well. My family don't celebrate Christmas. Yeah, exactly. So if you don't celebrate Christmas, pop along. Maybe you haven't got many. If you haven't got many people, to chill out with Christmas Day, come solo.
There we go. Pop her just to the side for now. All right. Congratulations on the winners, everyone.
And my apologies as well, because I was supposed to do it last week on last week's live, but I couldn't do a live last week. But Leah from Unusual Pets did a live last week and did a giveaway instead, which was pretty cool. Phil says, "I better win those isopods." Yeah, Phil knows what isopods are going as well. There's some pretty tasty ones, but that'll all be on that Boxing Day video.
Oops.
Yeah, isopods seem to be another thing there. Like 2 years ago, I mean, you remember, Jeremy, there weren't really a lot of interest in them or true spiders, and now that it seems to be coming along. But I mean, going back to your subject with true spiders, 2 years ago there didn't seem to be much interest in true spiders, and I can remember badgering Lee and badgering Tony from Venomous Visions and going, "Come on, want some more? We'll get some more in." And then every time they got some stuff in, I remember Lee messaging me going, "Oh, I've got this fucking weird shit in. Do you want one of these for so much?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, go on."
I'll give it a go. Why not? Yeah, I definitely have noticed a spike in interest recently.
Just pop along on Christmas Day to be able to enter that one, and then watch the Boxing Day video to be able to enter that one. And that was. Oh, Michael Taylor won the prize on Leah's last Tuesday. Awesome.
Oh, nice.
Harry says no one ever does scorpion giveaways. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, watch this space. All right, we'll do something with that next year then. How's that? How's that, Harry? We shall look at doing a scorpion giveaway next year. If I can get one cheap enough from one of the shows. How's that? I'm not looking forward to next year. I don't mind Christmas, but as soon as Christmas is out the way, my birthday kind of literally gets closer and closer. It's the beginning of February, and I'm 44, and it's going to be like, oh, for fuck's sake, another bastard birthday. Oh yeah. Lewis is only like 2 years young. Well, he's 2 years younger than me.
Chat shit.
And here's me, 21.
12
Just turned
years,
21.
maybe.
Ooh, Dave just messaged me about the giveaway for Christmas.
Ooh.
Is the lifespan of true spiders a lack of space? I have. There are loads of amazing species that need love. Actually, Jeremy, I wonder if you could nail a couple of things, because people get worried about spending money on true spiders because, one, they don't live long enough, and two, they're all fast as fuck and they're all going to kill you, the cat, your neighbour, and the milkman all in one bite. What would you say to kind of those? You know, that little. That's the only negative things I ever hear about the true spiders is, they're too fast and they don't live long enough.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right in the fact that true spiders don't live nearly as long because, you know, I mean, I'm guessing a lot of you guys keep tarantulas and, you know, with Theraphosid's in general, they live for decades. Whereas true spiders, a lot of them are considered seasonal, which is basically they grow up in a year, they breed and they die. That's just how it is. And, you know, with them producing so many babies, it's kind of like, you know, the lifespan doesn't really need. I think that's like how like evolution works. It's like we'll produce loads of babies and we'll reduce the lifespan. So, you know, quicker breeding, quicker males being able to find females, etc., etc. With the hobby, though, with the true spiders, the problem with the hobby at the moment is that 99.9% of true spiders in the hobby are wild caught. And though I have nothing against wild caught, I mean, if it wasn't wild caught, I wouldn't have the spiders I have at the moment. You know,
as long as it's managed correctly, there's not an issue.
You know,
there's
with the
there's a lot. I think there's a lot of people quick to jump on the oh no, captive bred only wagon because, you know, it's the moral high ground as they think. But this hobby, we need wild caught. We need wild caught.
I mean, with the tarantulas, you're blessed with having constant access to captive bred. So you know, you have the option to say, I will stick to captive bred only. Whereas with like true spiders, unfortunately, if you want a true spider, most of the time you'll have to go for a wild caught specimen. And that's kind of like the whole thing of why I'm trying to specialize within the true spider side of the hobby is to, you know, work to establish captive born and captive bred specimens within the hobby, so we don't have to rely on wild caught as much in the future. Now, you know, me on my own, I won't be able to achieve that, but with, you know, a few other people within the UK, we're working together to get, you know, more and more species established. You know, starting this year, I've got 3 or 4 different species I'm raising at the moment, and hopefully in the future.
I've got to behave myself. The wife's in chat. Tara.
Oh.
I know, yeah. Making sure I'm behaving myself. Well, I mean, you've seen the posts that I've done and the comments I've made, literally saying you guys as breeders need to be in a chat so you can all decide on what species you're going to breed. Now, this is because, let's say, if you had a Sarli, there was another 4 breeders out there, all with Sarlis, and you all bred them. They're all successful. You all had 3 egg sacs each, all being successful. Where are all those spiders going to go?
Yeah.
So I think you guys need to get together and say, look, you know, I've got this female. It's an adult female. Yours is a juvie, so I'll breed mine. You breed it. Do you know what I mean? Just so there's some structure to it. So you're not looking at going, oh well, actually I've had an egg sac from this, but this person's just released another 200 into the hobby, so I'm going to have to call this other egg sac, which is where it's going to be if we're not careful.
Yeah, and it's, you know, like why I don't rush on every single true spider that's wild caught and release. You know, people, as much as I want to, I'd rather, you know, other people work with certain species rather than me trying to work with everything that I can. Because obviously with the limited space I have, and, you know, I'm a one-man team at the moment, you know, no one's giving me a hand. No, I'm not saying it like, I'm not saying, oh, no one's giving me a hand. But, you know, like, it's just me at the moment. So, you know, I can only work with so much, and I can only, you know, where it's, you know, it's not dragging on, if you know what I mean. So like I'd rather some people work with some species, and then in the future, if I want to work with that species, we can exchange slings or stuff like that. And like at the moment with the Javanas I showed you, I've got 3 different bloodlines I'm raising at the moment to hopefully establish those. And I've got 2 sacks for my Red Fangs now, 2 sacks for my Dolomedes, and those are the species I'm currently working with, and that'll be a fun project. And then I can move slings along to other breeders, and just keep the cycle going.
If you go into C's, but you're not going to put a table on at C's, I have heard there's a bit of an issue with C's because if you haven't had a table in the past, they won't give you a table for this year because of spacing. But will you still be able to take stock if somebody says, "Look, you bring me?"
Of course, yeah. If I'm at a show, guys, and I'm not trading, if you guys are interested in anything, feel free to message me on Instagram. I can always work something. I'm happy to post out as well if you don't want to wait till C's or other shows, because invert shows UK wise, I won't be able to make the Taunton and what's the other one after that? Barnsley. I won't be able to make those. They're a bit too far for me. But if you are looking for True Spires or other miscellaneous inverts, then let me know and we can work something out. I can post out. It's not an issue.
If there's a show that you're not going to and one of us are going to, you can always just post a single box and one of us can take it to that show anyway.
Yeah.
If that helps you. But with Red Fangs, I'd definitely be interested in a couple of those because I've got 2 juveniles and the adult female at the moment. But I have got a little bit of a fetish for the Red Fangs. I've not had slings.
They are amazing.
Beautiful.
The slings are really pretty as well. They look completely different in comparison to the adult. They're kind of like an olivey green and they've got striping on the legs. Stunning.
With the Red Fangs, it's just like when you've got this type of light on and the first thing you see is that little flash of red at the front and then the legs
beautiful.
And then when they hit prey, you hardly see anything. It's just like
it's just bang, straight on it.
And you look at the spider, and you think Victoria Cox says I'm interested in the Red Fangs as well. You've got a Facebook
Pop me a
page,
message, guys, if anyone's interested in. I've got a Facebook page. It's just like my personal page. I only really use Facebook for invert groups, so feel free to message me on Facebook or Instagram. Jeremy's Wildwood _. I don't know if anyone can pop a link in for Instagram or. But yeah, I'm really active on Instagram, so message me there.
One of the moderators, my moderators do an amazing job. Literally, they're the guys all with the blue spanners. They're absolutely awesome bunch of people.
I'm always in your streams when I can make it, and they do a cracking job.
If one of you could just delete that one, please. Thank you. I've got the comments on filter as well. So if anything comes in, it automatically they have to allow it or not allow it if it's naughty language and stuff. But if one of the moderators could please put Jeremy's link to the Instagram, Jeremy's _wild_world.
Jeremy's Wildwood _.
That would be absolutely awesome, and appreciate the fact that you're taking the time to pop onto Instagram and get that as well. Uncle Dave, who's in the chat, Dave's little beasties. I should imagine you're all subscribed to that to Uncle Dave already. He's going to be he's also going to be putting into the Christmas Day giveaway. It's going to be a good day. Cheers, Craig. Yeah, Lucy going to message or Victoria? Let me just go back up. Yeah, we just had I can see the comments, but it's just they come up as you have to accept them or not. And Craig's just dealt with them because we had.
No, it's coming in.
Build for .x something or other trying to put some dodgy link in, and incredible inverts and animals.
Time doing that as well.
Yeah. Which is Phil has just dropped your Instagram in. So
thank you, Phil.
And so's Lewis. Thank you, Lewis. See what I mean? The moderators are absolutely awesome. They're all really good friends, as well as you could, you probably know that anyway.
He's an asshole.
Lewis can control everything that goes on in StreamYard as well, so he can actually chuck me out if he wants.
I am the admin.
He is the only admin apart from me on there. Watch out for them chat bots with the links. Yeah, that's what happened, Carl. We had a chat bot just come in, but they can't post nothing because all my comments are hidden until a moderator approves them if they're a bit dodgy. So if somebody went on your Instagram, the Instagram links are right there. Incredible Inverts and Other Animals and Lu Pang have both just put them into the comments. If you click on that, go give Jeremy a follow, and then again, if you want one of those Red Fangs or Orange Huntsman or God knows what else he's breeding, we'll find out in a minute. Message him, and that's how you can get hold of him. Scatodis longwy pipes Harry's just put in. Is that the spitting spider?
The spider. Yeah, cool spiders.
Oh, mine's at the back. I've got about 30 of them in mine. Very, 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 very interesting spiders. They look very delicate, as do I think true spiders in general look quite delicate. When you look at huntsmen, they look and seem, and for all intents and purposes, they do seem to have very delicate front legs, and well, all 8 legs look really, really skinny and delicate. Yet when they pounce on prey, they suddenly get like. They suddenly become a real solid, strong spider, and they're like, boom, bash, and they're killing prey in an instant.
They can pin. It's like with the huntsmen, you just see like they can just put pressure on their leg, and you just see the pressure of the fang. And what I find so cool with the huntsmen is that if they can, they will adjust the prey in their mouth to bite onto the head. That's what I found with when they're hunting roaches and stuff like that. They'll grab it and they'll hold it from the side, and the roach will be struggling, and they will adjust. Unlike, I know tarantulas will do it. They can
operate each fang individually from each other.
Yeah, individually. So they'll like not the fang, but like the chelicerae, so that what the fang's on, and they'll wiggle it around and adjust the prey if they can and bite down on the head. It's crazy.
Uncle Dave on Christmas Day is going to be away with family, but he's going to try and pop on at some point. That'd be pretty cool. Hopefully he'll be drunk and be able to set the Mickey. Let me get that back up there, Ren. Don't huntsmen clean themselves, says Harry. All spiders. Yeah, all spiders clean themselves.
They're so cute when they do it, though. They just use their pedipalps to wipe water droplets off their hair. It's hilarious. And then watching them like clean each individual leg.
It looks dangerous though. You know, see when they run it through the fangs.
I know, they're just like, they're proper just dragging their arm.
Could you imagine if it actually bit itself?
That's what I'm always thinking. Like, do they have an immunity to their own venom? But then, they'll eat each other. If they have the opportunity, so like
I've seen a male pokey get tagged by a female pokey, and he went sluggish pretty quick.
Oh, okay.
And he only caught she caught his abdomen,
just like,
and he was fine for ages. But he wasn't moving very much.
I was going to say, if it's not the venom that's going to get the spider, it's going to be the puncture wound.
Yeah. But the puncture wound is going to be a bleed out. It takes quite a while. I've had quite a few spiders that have had puncture wounds and have been dry bitten, and they've still been alive. Like the Tialbo, she tagged him as soon as she went in there. Then they paired. Then I left him in there because I thought, well, he's just going to die. So I thought you may as well eat him.
Might as well eat him, yeah.
Later, he's still in there walking around with her. And this went through his carapace, straight through the top of his carapace. And then I gave him to Chris, and Chris's female ate it.
Oh.
I've seen that on TikTok. Chris is on wheels on TikTok. Go check out that. The female literally just goes boom and lands on top of him, doesn't he? Don't she? And that's it. He's gone.
But
what else are you?
paired first. You see the insemination. It's going yes, 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 and there's like no, no, no.
It's what us Coventry lads experience with a lot of the Coventry females. It's the same thing the tarantula males experience in their enclosures.
Yeah, you get your way and then you get a black eye.
I hope the wife's still not in chat.
You get your way in, and then she does the clutch. She's like,
it's the resting bitch face with my wife. It's like, hi, are you okay?
We'll do our fret pose.
Who here watches Gordon Ramsay? Exactly as David's just said. Nobody.
I didn't know Gordon Ramsay had tarantulas.
That's why I went Welsh Scott. Yes, it is, Reese. That is why I went for a Welsh girl, and that is exactly why Lewis has done the same thing as well as.
Are you trying to say we're fucking easy?
No, you just
we're trying to say the Welsh are a lot better than the Coventry girls.
Damn sight cleaner too.
I don't know if that's a compliment or a bloody
compliment because it.
No.
Before Lewis and Ellie got together, I mean, Lewis would have a laugh, and that's when you'd see him smile. Now you see him permanently smiling. Look, beaming from one side to the other. Ellie's just like, yeah.
She's not. She's too focused on playing the game.
What game are you playing, Ellie?
Do you mind, right? I was actually going to sit there. I had this plan to watch a program. Then this one opened his mouth and said, it's Tuesday, it's Scott's stream. And I was like, do I have to? Can't I just tell Scott to fuck off? I never sit down and watch the TV.
you can I'd be happy.
Oh, I watched this.
If you want to take a Tuesday off and just stick Lewis on, that's fine. But Ellie has been on every Tuesday.
You see how quickly she looked up? She was like,
I don't know how
I have
long.
to take you up on the offer.
I don't know how long it's been now. What else have you got breeding in the background, Jeremy? What true spiders have you got that don't spend all their time hidden away, that actually sit on top of the web, that will be out, and that you can now go, well, Scott, check out this one.
Well, I've got everyone's favourite.
And Uncle Dave, look, it is labelled.
Ta-da.
Is that the yoga?
Yeah, Dinopus aspectans.
-1.
2.
Try not
No
to
sugar in mine, please, Tara.
Floor.
Layla's
Yeah,
making
this is a recently acquired Dinopus aspectans female, doing the classical netcast that they're known for. And this is what I'm currently keeping her in, a 15 by 20 acrylic enclosure. And she's positioned herself in the perfect spot. If you put a cricket in, bang, just grabs it. The accuracy on these girls is ridiculous.
She's holding the net there.
Yeah, so what they'll do,
Wow.
unfortunately I haven't been able to record it, but what they'll do, they'll hang upside down like this, and they'll make the web, put it in, so they'll climb up, they'll stick their legs onto it, and then, yeah, so you see the front four.
When's
basically
the last time you fed her? Hint.
A couple days ago. She had she caught a cricket a couple of days ago.
She's not going to feed now then.
No, because they'll typically hunt at night because they can see a lot better. The light kind of like spooks them. Because I don't know, you can't really see at the moment, but they have their front eyes are really, really big.
Hold on, the beard of knowledge has spoken. Wasn't there a recent revision, and so the genus change, at least for African ones?
Supposedly, all African Dinopus are now Asian Opus. As like Asia in Africa. It doesn't make sense. Why? It's papers like that confuse me.
Brachypelma taliti cattle. Why? It's I don't know. But
at least they're different. But why African species are labelled as Asia Nopus? It's a completely different continent. I don't know. I didn't actually read the paper yet, so I'll have to read it at some point. You should see these guys when they open their web. It's crazy.
Maybe they're still working when Asia and Africa were like, you know, part of the same continent.
Possibly, and they're just different localities.
Hey, Shady Things.
Yeah, they're so
Shady
cool.
Things. Go check out her channel. She breeds some very interesting spiders.
Ooh,
She says, shame you can't find any true spiders for sale here in Belgium.
There are a few sellers in Europe, though. There's a lot of stuff that you get over in Europe now that you can't get in the UK currently, which is a shame. I'm so jealous. I'm making it a trip to Ham or one of the European shows next year.
Nice one, Victoria.
I'm going to do it and bring some stuff back with me.
That is a good show, actually. How's your YouTube channel going?
You know, it's doing good. I finally crossed 1,000, which is amazing. I've been meaning to do a giveaway video for it, but work's been crazy recently, so I've been so knackered after work, so I haven't had time. But hopefully in the new year I'll be doing a giveaway. Leah was nice enough to put something towards it as well, so I think now I'll have 3 prizes up for grabs. So I think what I'll do is a mystery box of £20 from your choice of seller, mystery box for myself, or a choice of certain inverts, and then I think Leah said she'll do a £20 worth of stuff for E&L Binding Crafts. I think she mentioned that on the stream, so she was nice enough to donate towards that. So look forward to that, guys. I will make an official announcement for it soon.
Shady Thing says she was at Ham and there's almost no true spiders. Wow.
Really? I had I had what's his name? Someone was messaging me and they were sending me pictures of the stuff they were finding there. You know, a few huntsmans and mygalomorphs and stuff like that. You know, Linothelli, and they had
let me just ask one of the moderators, Lewis or Phil, if you could just put Jeremy's Wild World's YouTube link into the comments as well. And if everybody watching, if you're not already subscribed, please hit Jeremy up with a subscription.
Thank you very much.
I'm 44 next year. Jeremy is literally the new generation coming through. And I think the hobby is going into some good hands as the future years come. That's the definite. So please hit him up with a subscription. Watch some of his stuff as well. It's really important that you watch some of his stuff so we can try and get him monetized. That would be amazing.
Slowly but surely. 3,000 more hours to go.
Thank you. Jackson's Arachnids has just put you in there. Michael has. I think they've just bet Lewis to it.
Yeah, I just beat me, so I'll just put it down.
I appreciate it.
So if everybody watching, if you could just take that second just to give Jeremy a quick sub, that would be absolutely awesome. What I'll do is I'll stick something into that giveaway as well, Jeremy.
Thank you, Scott.
We'll do something. Yeah, maybe I'll put on one of an unusual tarantula or something in there, as well as you got your true spiders there then as well. And we'll stick that all over Facebook and the YouTube pages as well.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I've seen you on Scott's Live before, I think. Yes, you have. Yeah, Aaron's been with us a long time.
That would have been ages ago, though.
Aaron was the boy with autism. That was his original channel name.
Oh yes.
Subbed. I will watch your channel a bit later. Says Shady Things.
Thank you so much.
Uncle Dave says that will fly by, Jeremy. Yeah,
I'm trying.
I know. Phil has either just crossed the 4,000 hours, or he's only a couple of hours away from it. So if people aren't doing anything after this live, you can watch some of Incredible Inverts and other animal stuff just to make sure he's got the hours. That would be awesome.
Get the hours in, yeah.
Michael,
I'm looking forward to next year though, because they said they'll be trying to do monetization through shorts.
You need something like 1 million views on shorts in a very short amount of period.
I think it's 1 million in 30 days, which is possible.
I'm old school, so I think I'm going to say it's a bad thing for me because I enjoy the videos.
Yeah,
And
so do I.
you do feel a bit pressurized to start putting a load of shorts out, a bit more TikTok-y, you know. And it's the same with Instagram. Instagram seems to have gone reels, which is shorts as
Gone
well.
to reels now, which is a shame because I love taking macro photography on my inverts.
Facebook's the same. You know, you flick down Facebook, you got ton of like reels as well as. But it'll be a shame. Hey Thomas, it'd be a shame if YouTube prioritise shorts to the main videos.
Damn, it's still 200.
I hope not. I hope not because as much as the TikTok thing is going off at the moment, it's not gonna. I don't know. Well, everyone said it would have died out in a year, but here we are a few years later.
Well, yeah. The thing with TikTok is like when it first come out, my mate's cousin, I think she was 9 at the time, was going mad about it, and I thought TikTok's going to be massive. You know, when the younger kids are into it, you know it's going to be a big thing.
Yeah.
And as she's got older, it's got bigger and bigger, and she's got something like 10,000 followers now.
Do you know what TikTok represents? This generation's attention span.
Yeah, it's true though. A couple seconds, if that.
Shorts don't actually make
next. Board next.
Oh, they don't.
Jungle Off Thomas. Didn't you come on a couple of lives back in the day with Thomas as well as Scotland with Toby as well?
I think with Toby. I'm not sure with the Jungle Loft. I think with Toby.
I think the thing with TikTok, why it's done so well, is because with such a disposable race now, it's everything's like one person, one portion, gone. You know, and it's showing in like the media that we absorb as well. So TikTok, it's like you're on one subject, 2 seconds later, flick, you're on another one, you're on another one, you're another one. And I mean, everybody knows if you put TikTok on, you're gone. You know, you've just lost 2 hours of your life. And it's like you come back round, it's like, oh, why my eyes are killing? My eyes are killing. It's time to go to bed. Yeah.
You've also got Mr. Beast, who is the biggest YouTuber on the planet. He is now considered a billionaire, not in cash, but in revenue. He doesn't do shorts. And he can tell you, he can put you through a masterclass of YouTube. And he doesn't do shorts. He never will. And his videos are like 30 to 40 minutes long.
He doesn't do shorts, but he does do
massive production style videos.
No, he does though. It's not shorts, but he does shorts as in stories, YouTube stories.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
Which
for most of them, it's just an advertisement for his video.
I think they're aimed. I think they're only aimed at your subscribers anyway. But I don't know.
I'm just going to keep trying to put more content out there.
Yeah, Phil's got 200 hours left, and then he can get monetized. So,
ooh,
watch a bit of Jeremy, watch a bit of Phil, get these boys monetized.
Get the hours up, guys.
Yeah. Quick and easy dopamine. It's why it's easy to waste time on it. I would only ever use TikTok as a creator. Yeah, I've backed away from it a little bit. I tend to do a short for YouTube and then upload it to TikTok instead of doing a short for TikTok and then uploading it to YouTube. But it does my head in. Tara had it for about half an hour and she deleted the app. We still won't let Layla have it because there's just stuff on there where it's like, you're not
avoided.
Yeah, she's only 13. Speaking of Layla,
get your ass in the kitchen and make me a cup of tea.
I've just said to her, "Where's this cup of tea?" It's mashing. Oh. Okay. She started wearing a lot of black, and like when she's just bought. She's had it about 6-7 weeks because her old backpack for school broke, so she wanted the one that Wednesday Addams wears, and like you tell her off now, and she'll go like this. The Wednesday Addams stare. It weren't so long back. She was kind of going like this to you, and she was doing the Stranger Things 11 thing.
Yeah.
You know, and before that, it was Harry Potter. It's like the evolution of Layla into a demon is happening.
Slowly but surely.
YouTube channels that hit the widest audience will be the biggest, purely because of the football. Yeah. Anyway, let's get back to the true spiders. How many species have you got behind you there, Jeremy?
Let me count. 1, 2.
And then also, how many of those are either paired on egg sac, or you've got slings ready for you?
On a rough estimate, I would say I have maybe 30 to 35 species. That's not me counting right now. Paired, I have technically one, which is the Holconian Cygnus. I've had 2 sacks from her. She ate the first one, and I could see the nymphs crawling in the sack. I was so annoyed. Because I was literally contemplating pulling it the night before, because that's what I typically do in my true sacks, is that I'll pull them. Like tarantulas, people say, no, you should leave it with the mum, let the mum incubate it. This is the reason why I don't leave with the mum, because I'm probably the only one in the country with Holconia, the giant Australian huntsmans right now, and I've had 2 sacks gone. So I'm feeding her up right now. Hopefully she'll drop the 3rd sack and it'll be good, because the second one, I think the eggs were.
How big is she, Jeremy?
She is.
Is she? Did she say is she on an egg sac at the moment? If she is, leave
Not
her.
at the moment. She just got off her second one. Unfortunately, the eggs dried out.
It's so important that we get some of those slings, mate. Put me down for 2 already. Just put my name down.
There she is.
Whoa!
You see, I've just started to beef her up again.
That carapace is stunningly beautiful.
There's lighting.
I think it's the light. Yeah.
Carapace.
What did you say? Sorry, this.
So it's like the H-Mac.
It is, isn't it?
Really similar. But I've bred her myself. I did have a group of them, but unfortunately the heat wave killed off the group, except the male and this girl. They paired for 18 hours. It was crazy. I chucked him in. He went straight for it. He latched on, and they were walking around with each other. Come back from work the next day, and they're still paired up. And then he finally let go at like 9 o'clock at night.
Layla's just gave me a tea and a death stare, and I think she's going to stare at me now for several hours. What's the matter?
I don't like you. That's what. I'll think of a reason. Wait.
Phil says nice, Jeremy. That is a stunning.
You need a reason, Lola.
I am hoping she drops another sack, and this sack will be good.
She's wandered off again.
What?
I just know. It's just the fact that I knew the pairing was successful, and that she ate the eggs. I have no idea why, because I fed her when she was incubating the sack. I didn't disturb her, and I come in and it's gone. I was just like, no. You just see like a little scrunched up white ball at the bottom. I'm like, no.
I kind of wonder if because they're tiny compared to us, so I wonder if they see us and go, nah. They're not going to survive anyway. I don't know
what happened, if I'm honest. It was 30 days, and the eggs were literally hatching. Like, you could see the nymphs crawling inside the sack. I was gutted. Oh, God. I'm still frustrated now. But hopefully, she'll drop another one, because she's still good. She's eating well. I actually have a feeding clip of a video I'm going to release soon of her, and it's a great takedown.
How long do they carry the semen for?
So what's a good thing about true spiders is when they're mature and they pair, that's that. They will not molt out. So once they're mature, that's it. So you can pair a true spider at a young age and she'll drop like 3 or 4 egg sacs and she won't molt out, which is fantastic. And, you know, considering they paired for 18 hours, she's probably got a lot of sperm in her. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that third time lucky.
Was the male drumming on her for that whole entire period?
He was just connected.
Or were they just?
Yeah, so how huntsman's pair is that he'll climb on top of her, lift her abdomen up, and insert his pedipalp that way. And they have like a hook on it, kind of like how a tarantula has the pedipalp and the emboli, the spike on it. They have like a curved hook. and he'll
Yeah.
hook into the female, and he'll stay in there. And she'll just
Until
walk
you-
along, and he'll just cling onto her, and she was just walking along the enclosure. And it was just hilarious watching them.
So it's almost like sticking sex.
Literally just carrying him along. He would occasionally, like, tap his legs to make sure like she's not going to eat him. She didn't eat him in the end either. He just got up and bolted out, and didn't get to pair them again. But hopefully, I don't need to. But yeah, definitely. If you guys know your huntsmans, the whole Conia genus in general is the creme de la creme of huntsmans. They are amazing.
See Saleh pair in a similar way and can take hours, says Uncle Dave.
Yeah.
What a life, lady things. Anyone going to the Northern show in March? We've not been to a show yet, but going to aim for that one, says David.
I won't be making that one, unfortunately. The Northern's just a bit too far for me. Dad's like, I don't want to drive 3 hours. I'm like, fair enough.
Get on the train. Mind you, it's a lot of stuff.
It's like a 4-hour journey on the train. It's why I didn't go this year. I was planning to go to Barnsley, and I looked at the train journey. I was like, oh.
Where in the country are you, Jeremy?
I'm in Hertfordshire.
Is anybody in Hertfordshire got an estate that will pick Jeremy up for the Northern show and take him up there? if you're going anyway, he'll probably be able to get you in early, get you in a bit. You'll probably have to wait until the very end before you leave, but for a good cause. Night, Craig.
But yeah, hopefully, I'm planning to trade invert shows wise this year. So the new London one in Tuslip, because that's like a 30-minute drive for me. Coventry, Bristol, Bedford, and Brighton.
Coventry's going to be the best one.
I wonder what the Tuslip one's going to be like. Coventry looked good. I'm sad I couldn't make that one.
Coventry was really, really good. The only thing that I was a bit like, what the fuck, was the tables. The tables literally were about to fall apart. No, really, really bad, really bad. But the actual venue was big enough. It was really good, real nice size venue and everything. The only two criticisms of Coventry I would have would be that the burger van or the batch bar outside was overly priced and the tables were a bit dodgy. That's it. And there's nothing where it is in Coventry. There's no real food venues or anything like that near it.
It's one of those secluded areas then.
But it's a known venue, so Just Eat would probably deliver there anyway.
Okay.
That's what I think I'm going to do next year.
I always come prepared for the show. It's just
like
cook
2
sausage
minutes.
baps.
There's a McDonald's 2 minutes from the connection.
Where?
It's literally down like
You come out to that island, and then go where?
Carry on going up the A45.
To the left, not back towards Coventry.
No, towards Rugby.
Is there one up there? Is there?
Yeah, and then you literally hit that, and then you come back down and hit that roundabout and go back up.
Oh, there you go. So if you do go to Coventry, McDonald's, either find Lewis or Google Map it. And if you are
find Lewis and ask him to point directions.
Yeah, if you are going McDonald's on the Coventry show, please find me or Lewis because we'll want some as well.
Just strolling in with massive bags full of burgers.
Amna from Hurt Mania, lovely girl, lovely stand as well, well worth a look. She wants an eating contest with me, and she's like my wife. She's quite small, so maybe we should do it at Coventry with McDonald's burgers or something. I mean, I'm a fat bloke.
See someone casually vlogging, just see in the background, like really far in the back, just someone just shoved two people shoving burgers, and just in comments, what's going on?
You know when the Romans fought, sometimes they put their warrior against the other warrior, so they'd have their fighter. Well, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shout. I'm going to give Beard Meats Food a call up and ask him to come and sub in for me.
Love that guy.
Steve W won a prize on the Unseen Universe raffle this evening. Says Greg. Nice
congratulations.
Greg. It was Helena Bowman Carter, by the way, Lucy. And Tim Burton is brilliant. Erin's eating McDonald's right now. Oh, I don't know. See, the wife still might be watching, but she did spaghetti bolognese a couple of hours ago, and I'm like, I could quite happily eat something else. Yeah, so I'm might raid the fridge in a bit.
Leftover Sam's chicken wrap. I'm gonna heat up later.
Nice. What surprised? Hey, Aaron. What surprised me with True Spiders again is that the longest lived spider is the trapdoor spiders.
Yeah,
they actually live longer than tarantulas, and literally 30 to 40 years. That the work Marnie is one of them, isn't it? That can go 30, 35 years. I was like, wow, that is incredible, absolutely incredible.
I think the oldest living one was the African species, wasn't it? It was like 40 something, 44,
44 or 45, yeah.
Yeah,
and
the only reason it died wasn't it because it got attacked by a predatory wasp or something like that?
Yeah. Some hawk wasp or something.
Yeah.
Uncle Dave.
Could you imagine going out to study it that day? You just see the wasp just dragging out the burrow.
You'd cry, wouldn't you? Uncle Dave's off. He says, "Hope to see you all Christmas Day. Stay safe and have fun."
Take care.
Yeah, Uncle Dave. Hopefully, if he can, he's going to join the Christmas live, but he won't be at home. He will be with some family, but he is putting something into the giveaway. But yeah, take care, Uncle Dave.
See you later, Dave. Take care, mate. It's probably all gone now.
Probably. Let's have a quick look at the chat. No, he's just put a load of love hearts in the comments. So he hung around to listen to the goodbye night, Dave. What's your favourite True Spiders, Jeremy? What really does it for you?
It's got to be a tie between the wolf spiders and the huntsmans. Just because the huntsmans just come in all different kinds of colours, lichen mimics, bright orange. You saw the Hulk earlier, the massive, and then
the H Bowie.
Sorry,
that H Bowie. No, the H Bowie.
Oh, Bowie. Yeah.
The Bowie, yeah, the Bowie. Yeah. The green lichen, mature male. He's still about.
Is he still kicking?
I thought he was dead. Right, so I sprayed him, nothing, and I was like, "Oh no, he's mature male." I thought, "Yeah, okay, he's passed away." I was thinking, "I'll just leave him in there." I was gutted, absolutely gutted. Went back about 2 hours later, and there he is, just on the side of the tank light. What? Quite happy. I really wanted to send him away for breeding purposes, but one of his legs is really curved. So I think when he molted last, it must have been in shipment or something. So he's not going anywhere. But he's lasted as a mature male from the Coventry show. And
considering he's wild caught as well.
Yeah, so he could be a year into being mature.
Yeah.
Which
it just proves to fat guys that true spiders don't live long. They can do. I've had I've had some live very short spans, but I'm raising some slings at the moment that are like 2 months in to being hatched, and they're still tiny. So, you'll have a lot of time with them if you do it good. And that's what's great about captive bred stuff as well. At least you know how old they are.
See, that's the H Bowie. I think that's female. If I remember right. That one there, because they're a bit more green. Mine's a lot more green than that.
Might be. The one thing with Bowie is the duller they are is more likely a female. And you can tell roughly around juvenile to subadult size what sex they're going to be, just from how bright colored they are. But if you want to be 100%, look for the epigene. It's the same thing with all true spiders. If there's a visible epigene, it's a guaranteed female. So you can eventually sex them unlike the controversial tarantula stuff. Vortex, watch
We-
out.
Yeah, no matter what anybody says about tarantulas, unless you've got like some payas are great, unless they're sexually dimorphic, go off a molt for if the male.
Nah, just let the pubes out. You'll be all right.
Oh yeah, I've never heard so much shit in all my life. There was a thing going around with pokers. If you've got curly hairs, it's a female. If they're straight, it's a male.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
No.
It was
No.
a head scratcher. It was a head scratcher. Like Phil says, do they have pubes? that was yeah, hilarious.
That is funny though.
Oh,
You know, someone
mate.
just getting a macro camera. It's like, I can't see the pubes. Is it curly or not?
Yeah, it was interesting. Yeah, to say the least. But yeah, just always go off that molt. If you're anything like me, I'll just keep my spiders. If it matures out and there's hooks or emboli, then that's the point where I go, have I got a female? Oh no, I haven't. Right, let's message Lewis and Chris. And if they haven't, I then normally go like Dave and Spar Spiders.
Did
Did
That's a
Only
nice
got
thing about
males
true
then,
spiders, though.
didn't
It's a lot easier to sex them.
Yeah, Phil is covered in very curly pubes. Mine are a lot more straight, so that makes me male. It makes Phil a female.
See, I can't grow facial hair, so you know.
I was 33 before I could go full on stubble.
Really?
Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Well,
Yeah,
we'll
it's
see.
not-
We'll see then.
yeah. It's not nothing. Yeah, I had friends at like 13 that were full on shaving the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
face. Yeah, could grow a full beard and everything. But yeah. Oh, did Aaron say? Aaron says I want a husband now. It means huntsman.
Huntsmen are great.
Yeah.
If you keep pokies and you've dealt with pokies when it comes to rehousings, you can easily keep a huntsman. Now, people will say, "Oh, they're really quick" and stuff like that. Just take your time and slowly rehouse them. It's not like with
In
like
my-
I showed you earlier, the whole cornea. Like, look at the size difference between those two. One is gigantic. One is thumb size.
There's nothing in it because I rehoused it earlier. It was a little curly hair. But on the previous video, I'll just show you with this. Right, you just do that. Just loosen the container lid.
Yeah.
Right. Put it gently into your container. Bear in mind you're going to have, you're probably going to have something like this. So you can loosen up the top of the lid. Put that into put your huntsman in its old enclosure into the new one. Leave it a couple of minutes. Take that lid off with a set of tongs, and it's probably not even going to notice the lid's off. And then just leave that in there until it comes out all by itself, and then take this out. I do that with the tarantulas as well. It's just so much stress free for them. Instead of poking them with a pair of tongs or something, just leave them. Let them
Trying to
get
get them into a catch cup. Because the one thing with huntsmen is as well, if they're stressed, they want to get in. They bolt because they want to get into shade. They typically don't like light if they're exposed to it. So if you can, keep them shaded or keep them covered and make them feel like they're not exposed, they're not going to bolt. Like, I mean, I showed you guys the whole cornea. I took her out, put her in front of a flashlight, but I didn't go poking and prodding her. I just kept her on the cork and she sat still. Same with the.
If you'd have poked her, she would have been round your bedroom.
She would have started crawling around for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
The same with the Giovanna, but I mean, just as Dave says, keep calm. And it's like, example with the sling pots. I have 60 odd huntsman slings, and people probably wonder, Jeremy, how do you feed 60 huntsmen? Don't they just bolt out? Or literally, all I do is just flick the lid, keep it like that. The huntsman's still on the side, bunk in a couple of flies, and that's it. Just keep the lid just over, so in case it bolts, just quickly cover the lid. And that's how I get through 60 slings in like 20 minutes. Just pop.
Or if you're a bit more para and you only got like one or two, if you get your sling pot and just put a piece of stick in there, or a piece of cork bark on the angle, generally the sling of a huntsman is going to go on underneath. So you can it makes it a bit more relaxing to pop it. I can't open that because there's some flies in there because I've not long fed that one.
But yeah, it's literally like, you know, work with all different kinds of stuff. It's the same thing, even if you have like, yeah, literally like open the cork, I can pop this lid off. I could probably give her a spray and chuck a cricket or something in, and she probably won't move from the deli cup, from that spot within the deli cup. It's only if you poke and prod them and they get provoked, that's when they'll start bolting around. But other than that, huntsmen are fantastic.
The Jaffna, the little Jaffna that I've got, the orange huntsman. The amount of times I've looked at it and gone, "Oh shit, you're dead," because they sit like this, and then going like this, and they're not moving, they're not doing a thing. And you can even put food in if they're not hungry, they don't move. But as soon as that food goes near it, and it's not hungry, it will fly out the way. And I mean, absolutely fly out the way. Hey Matt,
it's so funny watching it teleport.
In the house. Steve W.
Hey,
Greg came on earlier to say that you'd won something on the Unseen Universe raffle.
Oh yeah, Steve, what you win?
See, Tarantula Rookie is a channel that I'm just literally waiting to absolutely explode. Matt's channel, I think, in the next year is going to be a big channel.
Oh yeah,
I really do think I think Matt's going to be up there with Uncle Dave. Exactly, yeah. His content.
What I love about that kind of content, you know, it's so relatable. You know, laid back, not high editing whatsoever. Just, you know, a hobbyist showing off their hobby.
High editing pisses me off because if you're going to film something like I don't know what's a GBB or a Metallica or something, just film it as it is, because the moment you start highlighting those blues is the moment you start lying to people, because people then go, "Oh wow, that is really blue. I'm going to get one of them," and they get one of them home and they go, "Oh, mine's fucked.
Mine's grey.
Blue.
I got
must be a male.
It's grey."
Yeah, and it's almost misinformation.
Yeah.
Thumbnails.
Like, you know, my videos, I try to do it as basic as possible.
Because you know, people do it on thumbnails because they want to try and attract people to that video. I don't
get the clip.
If I take a picture of the spider, it's how the spider looks. I ain't gonna.
It's like with my videos, I showed you earlier the LED I'm using at the moment. I'll just hover that over, use the flash on my phone. All the videos, editing, everything is all done on my phone. You know, just try to make it as relatable as possible.
Canva app. I use Canva app for the thumbnails, but there's also a document editor in there. I've done my CV on there. There's letter templates. There's all sorts, but it's a slight video editing app as well. So there's a lot of stock imagery. So at the beginning of my care videos, where you see the maps and you see the areas of where these spiders come from, that's all stock images taken from that Canva app.
Oh wow!
And if you type tarantula in, you can get some wicked clips.
Canva. I'll check out.
Logging onto those comments. Connor's being given an unconditional offer by one of his universities to study zoology, so guaranteed place.
Oh, congratulations.
Matt, pass my congratulations on to Connor, mate. That is
congratulations, Connor.
I bet Matt's glowing right now. I bet he is absolutely glowing right now.
Oh, that's amazing.
What a Christmas present.
Yeah, couldn't ask for anything better, could you?
No. He said he cried. I would, mate. I'm not surprised. He's such a lovely human being as well. Met him at one of the shows. He is such a nice lad. Literally just like his dad. You know, they're both wonderful
Carbon
people.
Copy.
Yeah.
Quite literally.
Yeah. But that is fantastic news.
Massive congratulations.
You work in the NHS with the old surgeons staring at people being.
Yes,
you know.
I've seen. Well, I've been there 7 months, and I can tell you, I've seen a lot more than.
I tell you what, right? I mean, everybody in the chat and all of us, you know, owe you a massive thanks. Pass on our support for the nurses. You know, we're all behind. I think the public's behind the nurses. Fuck the government. The government are
Yeah,
dickheads.
for sure.
Big time. They forget what you guys did through COVID for us. But you know, I think the average guy could not do your job. I couldn't stand there and be in the same room as an operation that's going on.
Ooh,
I've got to kind of be careful with my wording so I don't trigger people. Interfere but I could not do that. That's like amazing, man, amazing.
Yeah, it's not something I expected to do. I'll give you that, but just in the meantime, while I'm trying to work with some things behind the scenes, it's interesting for sure.
That is a strange question, Aaron. Aaron says, Scott, do you think that if people want to be trans or gay, do you think that's okay? Okay, so I'm coming up to 44. So when I was at school, it was not okay to be gay. It was not okay to be anything other than what your peers told you had to be. There was a lot of us fought for the LGBTQ community basically to be accepted. I've got gay friends, I've got trans friends, but the word gay, trans, straight, and all the rest of it, I just refer to my friends as being my friends. Your sexual orientation doesn't play a part in whether I like you or I don't like you. An arsehole's an arsehole, and a nice person is a nice person.
That's true.
And if you want to identify as a fish, I'll call you fish. It's pretty much how I am. I am very much laid back.
I identify as king of the world, and I would expect to be answered.
Bow down to me.
Bow down to. Lewis identifies as a Jedi, so he's a Jedi.
I demand tax through Balfours.
Well, Erin, I've experimented with my sexuality over the years as well. It's probably the best way I can put it. If you want to know more about that, I'll quite happily chat to you in private. By the way, Scott, I'm an ant queen from now. You see, I love that idea. There's a queen of ants sitting there in a nest with a tiny little iPhone going, oh, that's cool.
Can I identify as tax exempt?
I wish. I got my payslip today, and oh my god, the tax. My
older brother, he identifies as being a male, and he married another male, cool as fuck. Went to the wedding, and it was one of, if not the best weddings I've ever been to. I mean, obviously, I'm in a straight relationship with my wife, but I do like to go to the LGBTQ community in Coventry. There's a pub called Glamour, and it is one of the best nights you'll ever have. I do not understand people who won't accept, says Aaron.
Everybody, I'm not being funny, but if everybody's got a choice to identify as what they want, everybody else has got a choice not to accept it.
I identify as a man with a beard. What's wrong with that? So if somebody else wants to start off as a male and identify as a female, what's the problem? I don't. For me, it's it's normality. I don't see a problem with it. I really don't, but we had a transgender on one of the lives as well. And
Chris hasn't come out yet.
I felt so bad because I kept going to call him she, and it's a he. I was just like, oh shit, wrong one.
Yeah, we have to deal with that in the hospitals as well. If the patients aren't getting put to sleep, we have to be careful with our wording.
The only thing that I have a problem with, and not a problem, an issue, because I haven't researched enough, is all the pronouns, because there's so many and more seem to come out, and I'm like, oh, hold on, if you're talking about me, then I am a we, but if you're talking to me, then I am an I. That's me. if I'm talking about myself, I'll always say, I say things like, "Oh yeah, we," and I'm on about just me by myself. But that I've always done that. I don't know why.
I do the same thing.
It shouldn't even be a thing, says Tarantula Rocky. Then it wouldn't cause such discussion. The issue comes from making it an issue. Yeah. Hi, Angel. CFTM currently has Grammastolia, but I agree with Lewis. You shouldn't be forced to call people by their chosen pronouns, but if you're a dick not to be polite to them, that's your choice. Well, yeah. Obviously, if let's say if somebody come past me in my teenage years, had a long blonde hair, was quite skinny, and some lad went, "Oh, she's fit," and then realised, "Oh, actually, it's a man." Then what a minute. But anyway, true spiders, Aaron. We're on about true spiders. Yeah. Do you think the true spiders are literally only just getting going? Because there is, like we said earlier, there is so many species to them. I mean, we think there's a lot of tarantulas. It's like you look at the true spiders, which it's just like, wow, oh my god. I mean, there's encyclopedias just on the UK native species.
It's crazy, isn't it? It's like, as much as I love tarantulas, it's always the same thing, just a different look. Arboreal, fossorial, or semi-terrestrial.
No, Jeremy. No.
Don't agree?
No. By a long shot, no. Stage door to your left there, Jeremy.
Okay.
No, again, spiders, tarantulas, they're how we view them, what we do with them, and all the rest of it. It's different from person to person. I definitely don't see them just as living underground, on ground, and above ground. There's so much more to them, so much more complexities. Well, one of Balfour's is molted. I've just seen the molt.
Nice.
So, but yeah, for me, they're just as interesting as true spiders. And true spiders, as you know, over the last couple of years, have definitely gained my interest just as much as.
Oh, no, I love tarantulas. I'm not saying that I don't like tarantulas. I love tarantulas. That's what got me. My first predator invert properly was a tarantula. So I love them. But I don't know, something about true spiders, just the different hunting tactics.
I was about to say, the Scots Inverts Army, they're going to have your pants down and give you a bollock.
If I didn't like tarantulas, I wouldn't have like the 20 plus I have now.
Some terrestrial spiders identify as fossorial. Steve, I've been saying this for a long time. Terrestrials are only semi-terrestrial. They all burrow. They all want that little bit of burrow in space. Lucy says, so without being rude, best true spider.
Best true spider. For me, probably the huntsman. And then for beginners, like I said earlier, the Eresus, the velvet spiders.
I think my first true spider. I mean, I'm quite boring when it comes to true spiders. I have got a favourite in true spiders. Not a proper favourite. It's more like my go-to, the one that I affectionately really, really like, which is the Hogna Miami.
Oh yeah, they're great.
Giant hot dogs with hot sauce and Game of Thrones are calling me.
Oh, that sounds good.
I never got into Game of Thrones. And
now
I've got to the point where there's so many episodes. It's like, do I want to start from the first one?
You definitely do. Definitely do.
We shall see.
If you ever run out of something to watch, definitely watch Game of Thrones. It's worth it.
It will just piss you off because you don't want to watch the last season because it's just trash. But you have to watch it to know how it finishes.
And no, David, thank you for coming.
It will ruin the rest of it for you.
You'll love the series up to the final season. Literally, like the final. God, Just remember that coming out. Ah, God, there's just really. Now you brought back some memories. Now, oh, getting so frustrated every week. Without any spoilers, essentially they just rushed it because the producers wanted to work on something else.
No, it was
It was because of Star Wars.
The bloke who wrote the books to write the books before they finished the series.
Was the book's not finished?
No.
Yeah, so they made up their own one, rushed it because they didn't want to wait because they wanted to get onto the. What was it? Was it a Star Wars show or was it the movie? I can't remember. But the producers.
If you're talking to Lewis about Star Wars, Jeremy, you need to be on point with your facts.
Who done Game of Thrones?
God, what are their names? Hold on, I'm gonna Google.
Chronic Beck says, yeah, the book aren't finished. Tarantula Rookies on a wind up. The last season was the best one. Changed my mind.
Don't, Matt.
Right, where do I start?
me and Lewis are going to have a game of Barbie at the next show. He's going to be Ken. I'm going to be the boxy.
David Benioff and George R.R. Martin.
Lucy's bet you to it. Yeah, she put it in. She put it into the chat then. Des says Game of Thrones, poor copy of Lord of the Rings. Oh, now you're talking good films. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings is really good.
Tara didn't like the films. So I bought her the books, and she's reading through the books and watching The Hobbit, and she enjoying it to a bit now. I would say, but if Tara and Layla are downstairs and the boys are asleep, if I put Lord of the Rings on, they disappear. It's brilliant. I'm like that.
Right. That's how you get the alone time.
Hazy, what do you guys think of Sama Payas and Myrnia? Same as I do with all the tarantulas. Hazy,
one of my favorites.
Love them. Sama Payas they're arboreal, but as majority of arboreals, you still need to give them space to burrow as well as. I've got one that lives a boreal, and then I've got another female that lives a boreal, but she's got a big, massive burrow at the base of the court bark as well. But yeah, they're a stunning spider. A real nice kind of bridging between your new worlds and your old worlds as well.
They come out a lot more than your typical arboreal as well. I sold my female because I was trying to make space for my breeding projects. But when I had her, she was out all the time. I had her in those custom aquaria glass enclosures.
I wish, Lucy. Yes, sorry.
I had her in there with cork bark. She made like a web tunnel digging into the ground. The back was crazy, and she'd utilize the pothos, and she'd web down the pothos towards her web tunnel as well. And she'd just some nights you'll just see her just out, completely out, just chilling on the cork bark. If the lights are dim enough. You just see it just chilling there.
You see the webbing, Sama Payas in general, their webbing seems to be exceptionally strong. They're same as what diversipies as well, because if you put a piece of cork bark in with sometimes you get a cork bark tube and you've got a section missing, they will web it up. They will web the whole up like a complete massive sheet. Aaron says, do you agree, guys? Whatever you to do in life, it's your choice. Definitely, Aaron.
As long as it follows in line with the law and whatever the government tell you can and can't do.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, what's it matter what you're doing?
Mm-hmm. Hey, I mean, look at me. I'm wanting to work with inverts at the moment. I'm striving to go towards it. But in the meantime, I'm working for the NHS. I'm in surgeries every day. Though I was lucky today. I had injections only. So no proper operations today.
Have you, in your NHS career, seen the toy dinosaur in a place where toy dinosaurs rarely seen?
No. Oh, right. I'm not in a general hospital. I'm in a specialist. So I get to avoid the weird stuff. Luckily, I'm in an orthopedic hospital, so I'm working with mostly spine cases and stuff like that. I get to avoid the weird stuff.
Did you go to uni then to do?
I
Nurse-
didn't.
He should have done,
Um,
but no, he didn't.
Yeah, so the plan for me was, I did animal management in college. I was going to do zoology, but then because I was going to do zoology to do entomology, like I wanted to do straight entomology, but unfortunately, the unis in the country don't specialize in entomology. You'll have to study zoology with entomology on the side. I don't really want to spend 4 years doing other subjects I don't want to do. So I went to work, and I'd worked as a theatre porter for a private company in the same hospital I'm working as now. Went to the help desk, hated it, so I left this year. And I got a farm job for a bit. We were talking about that earlier, Scott, isn't it? The farm job, had that for a bit, and the theatre manager reached out to my dad and said there's an opportunity for healthcare assistant in the theatres if your son wanted to give it a go. And I said, you know what? Why not? I have inconsistent work at the moment. I'll give it a go. And 7 months later, here I am.
Fair, dude.
Yeah, because your most of your family works in the hospital, don't they? If I remember right.
Pretty much all of them.
Is it nurses and doctors?
Yeah, so my dad's a healthcare on the wards. My uncle is a healthcare assistant in theatres like me. Auntie's also healthcare. No, she's a nurse. Mum's admin. And my dad's older brother is also part-time nurse as well.
I was just about to say, unlike the Royal Mail going on strike, we support the NHS doing anything, going on strike or anything like that, big time.
Our
Big.
hospital didn't go on strike. Well, apparently the nurses' vote was a couple votes out, so our hospital didn't go on strike, which sucks because I could have had a day off last week. But
yeah, I think the nurses just literally go, people need us, so we can't go on strike.
Yeah.
So it's so difficult for nurses to show that, to show any power like that, I think. Because
they have to care for
exactly
tens of people a day,
Thank
you for popping in. Really, really appreciate it. Hopefully see you on the Christmas Day live, as well as next show. I'll go to Jeremy there. I'm going to cut off a finger and so see how fast he can reattach it. He's already had it done once before.
I'm not a surgeon, okay? I'm just a healthcare assistant. I just support the theatre staff. So if you cut your finger, well, you're going to have to call the emergency services because all I could do is give a suture or a needle to the surgeon. I can't do the actual stitch.
Reese, it's all right, mate. If Jeremy can't, we'll stick you in the bath again, and I'll super glue it. It'll be fine. Or epoxy resin. That'll work, won't it? Fiberglass it. Shady Thing said the weird stuff is the best stuff. And it is. It's the most interesting. The weird stuff is the most interesting stuff on the planet, I think.
Oh yeah.
Not just like what you discover, but weird people. I love weird people. People that don't follow the system, don't follow that normal path. Or some of them.
Look at all of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't know.
Reese says when he gets cut at work, he just glues it back together. What's going to be? Well, what's one of the breeding projects maybe that you haven't done yet, but you've got the female maybe, or you haven't even got the species yet, but you really want to do it?
Well, the next big one. What do I have? Well, the wolf spider I showed earlier, the Maderiana. Now that she's matured out, hopefully now, I'm going to fatten her up and hopefully pair them in January. Hopefully, Phalax will be interesting to do. Hopefully, your male's still kicking about by the time the weather warms up.
Well, it's warmed up now, so yeah.
That's to Luke, see what happens. Yeah,
that's Luke Dragon's deal. I'll message him again.
It's honestly, it's no rush. Like whenever is preferable for him, I don't mind. My female's still good.
I think he was hoping his other female would drop a molt, but it's a Phalax male, so he's probably got a good 6 months left in him anyway.
Yeah, he's got a while.
Before.
And then other pairings. Well, my male Saleh just molted out, I don't know if you saw that time lapse on the group, the True Spider group. That was a really cool one to do. So he matured out. My female is just about to mature as well, so hopefully I'll be able to pair those guys up. And then what else? Just had some more Hematosoma hatch out. I don't know if you can see them in there. Can you see? Oh, you can kind of see them.
Let me get that. Boom.
See all that little webbing, all the little specks? Those are all little slings.
Oh yeah, I got you.
All on the side. So this is essentially what I use to rear True Spider slings. Makes your life so much easier. Just a bra plus tub, small vent holes on the side, and a sponge on the top to put fruit flies and spray in. You don't have to separate the slings for a few molts, and it just saves so much time. It's literally chuck a bunch of flies in, and that's it.
Reese, Lewis might be able to answer that one for you, which is, when would I know when my P Metallica female is ready to breed?
It's an age thing more, isn't it?
Yeah, you'll see her vent. Her vent will be kind of open. You'll see it. It will sort of bulge out, and you'll know. You'll trust me. If just from that, you'll see it. It changes color. It sticks out a bit more than it normally would.
When she's got a full set of pubes.
Full on Brazilian bush.
Mate, that is never going to get old. Absolutely never going to get old.
When she's around about 5 inches is like sort of when you'll start seeing that. Sort of.
Phil says when they start combing their pubes.
when you see sanitary towels dotted around in the tank.
Do a documentary on that one.
Can you imagine that on the Pokey documentary with Andrew Smith? In India, it's like, so this is a female. As you can see here in the wild, you can see her pubes. Just zooms in.
You know where the Metallica females are around? The sanitary pads are all over the tree. But, yeah,
you can tell there's a female because of the sanitary pads on the tree.
Andrew's documentaries are just another level, though. I mean, they just
fantastic.
You
I need
can't
to get them in physical. I need to get like a little shelf.
You can't get anywhere near the quality of the stuff that he does when he does one. And
I can't wait for the Suriname one to come out.
The history
that guy's been posting.
You can't Google the stuff that man knows because it's just not there. It's in the books that he's got and in his memory. You know, from like some of the histories going back to when he was a child, and it's just like, my word, he's amazing.
Like the stream what Amy did a while ago when he had Andrew Smith as a guest. I just couldn't even say anything. I was just sitting there, just soaking all of this up. When he just going on one, and in a good way, just explaining like his findings, like the fact that he saw a picture like colored of a Metallica for the first time ever, like just
hey Jackie, hey
crazy, loved it. The best 2 hours ever.
The first pictures of a P Metallica he would have seen were in black and white.
Yeah.
And I stood chatting to him for about, it felt like fucking 10 minutes, but it was about an hour with him and Guy Tinsley. Literally, he was explaining how when he first saw a P Metallica in the wild and the blue, yeah, because people in the UK just thought they didn't expect them to be blue because obviously it's all black and white.
And the specimens were brown because they kept them in alcohol.
And yes, exactly. Yeah. But if you do ever get the chance to speak to him at one of the shows where he's at, ask him because it is a phenomenal tale that he tells you. Really, really is.
And his
If you
stories
get a
from
chance
Mexico
to
are
send a
crazy as
talk by
well.
Andrew Smith, I highly recommend it.
It was just him chatting about like how it's hard to document the brackies because some brackies are located in drug cartel territories in Mexico.
Chronically Vexed. I don't know really. He says I really want to delve into the more scientific study of spiders, but unless you're actually doing it or know the people with the knowledge beside the basics, there's very limited info. Start with the catalogue, the World Spider catalogue. And if you do enough Google searches, you can come across people. There's somebody on my Facebook actually who names spiders. Volkner, he reclassifies tarantulas and all sorts. The man's literally amazing. The only issue I ever had with him was he's told me that you don't need to put water dishes in with your tarantulas because a lot of them will drink it from the soil and the web. And when you watch them in the wild, that's exactly what they do. And he says if you set up your enclosure correctly, that's what they will do in your home as well. And I said to him, I said, look, we have to use water dishes because what if we get that set up wrong? And if they've got a water source there, they can go to
Dehydrates.
and
But it's like
the first time I met Frank, he told me you don't need water dishes at all because they get it all from their food.
Yeah, but
that was the first BTS I ever went to in 2000. I think it was 2018.
If you went round and gave a wild tarantula a dish of water and put it in the den, would they or would they not use it?
If they were thirsty, it's just going to look
easy.
Why
would they not use it? If they can sense the water right in front of them, they'll use it's opportunistic behaviors. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's better to have it than not have it, isn't it?
Hazy, appreciate that, mate. Thank you very, very much. Take care and have a good Christmas and a good New Year yourself. I hope to see you again on that Christmas line.
Put water dishes in for slings. Depending on how small the sling.
I mean, you said
one tip, Chronically Vexed, when it comes to the scientific side, is what I've seen with. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Bart Coppins.
Yes.
He started his own website publishing his findings on what he's discovered in the hobby. And through the years of dedication of, specializing within the moths, he's been invited to Brazil to work there for a few months, documenting.
He got paid for the one in Brazil, didn't he?
I don't know if he's being paid to do it or it's just the whole thing for him is completely free. Like it's just been covered for him I think he's there for 6 months studying moths within Brazil.
He goes live in the jungle as well with the moths.
Oh, I'm so jealous of some of the stuff he's found.
But I will tell you,
Bart
Coppins is also off his head. He is absolutely off his head.
He's a nutter, isn't he? But he's
have you met him? Because he comes over to you. Yeah, very loud guy.
I did me and Ben met him in London this time last year, and that was just not what I was expecting from what you see in the video in person.
He's
Even
not
at
quiet.
He was at the AES this year, and just seeing him go around, just being very loud, you couldn't miss him.
Nope.
But the wealth of knowledge he has when it comes to moths is crazy. So, do what he did. Post your stuff online. Post your findings. Is probably what I'm going to try to do with my breeding reports of true spiders and their behaviors in the hobby. And you never know where it might lead to in the future.
Subadult females, the Juvis things are just missed with no water bowl. See, I put a water bowl in with everything just in case because we can.
Yeah,
we can put a water bowl in. Why not?
Females, definitely males.
Just use water caps.
Large slings will get one, but the tiniest of tiny slings, there's no point of putting a water dish in.
Because just get the moisture they need for the spray when they're slings, isn't it?
What you're going to do is get one of the little ink things that you get for tattooing, put it in there, and it's dry within a couple of hours. There is no point. You may as well just wet the substrate, put a bit of moss in there, spray the moss, and the moss will stay wet longer than it will in the just little cap. Just 9 times out of 10, you'll have a little bit of moss that's just creeping into the water dish, and that will just
suck up the water.
Yeah.
or even if you have substrate in the water, the little ink pot, it'll
Yeah.
just suck up the water.
Harry, I don't think any of us watched the Dark Den, to be honest.
I've stopped recently. Like, I don't want to go off on one, but some of the stuff he's been putting out recently has really been really bad.
It goes from
Interesting in that then is that big enclosure. I want to see that built. I don't care what he's in there. I just want to see what it looks like when it's finished.
It's probably just going to be chocolate dry cocoa fiber, anyways.
With the Dark Den and the Tarantula Collective, they both also need to put those shock value videos out because that's their living, that's their income. So they've got to put the good information and the good videos out, what we like. But then they've also got to put those shock value ones in that the general public are going to watch because they need to top it up.
Yeah.
But it's just
Shady thing says, "Why take the risk? I'd give everything a water bowl except tiny slings." Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
We can in the home, so why not? Can't abide him anymore, says Nessa. I used to watch him. I think it was Brighton actually, the first show that I seen him at, and he ignored Layla when there was nobody else around him, and he ignored Layla. Layla come over to me, and she loved him at the time, and she weren't crying, but she was, almost.
Yeah.
Me being me, I went over and went, "Who the fuck do you think you are, mate?" What? And like I said, you just ignored my daughter, and he went, "Oh, I didn't see her." I said, "Pull the other one, mate. She's nearly as tall as me." And she stood in front of you, and you turned round. And fair play to him, though. She went back in, and he did make a fuss of her. But the fact that he just blatantly ignored her the first time, that's why I went off him, to be honest. And I think somebody like Dark Den, as soon as you say, right, I'm going to do a YouTube channel, I'm going to put myself out there, if you go to a show and somebody who watches you comes over to say hello, no matter what you're doing, you need to have time for them.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're putting yourself out there as a public figure. You shouldn't ignore people. And ignoring the younger generation, I think, is really, really bad.
The best one to do, Jeremy, is walk around with Scott stickers, right, and then hand them to random people, and they go, "Oh, watch this dude on the internet," and then point at Scott and say he's over there. 20 minutes he was stuck talking to these two lads. I was pissing myself. It was hilarious.
Two lads. Two?
There's three, weren't there? He goes,
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. That happens at every show. Every show. I don't think I gave him any on the last show.
That's what I loved about Brighton. It's like, as much as people were coming over and buying stuff, it's how many subscribers came up to me and be like, "Jeremy, I watch your channel. How are you?" Just having a chat. It's surreal to me. It doesn't matter like how many times it happens. It's just so surreal. That's like, "Jeremy, I love your content. Good to see you in person." I'm like, oh my god.
Reese, you've got bits that I wanted to grab. What can I say? Kind of prickish that is like not right. Like remember the first time meeting you, Scott, I was really shy and shit and asked for a photo and you went to grab my bits. I still find I find it very strange people want a picture.
Like me? I'm just a random guy on the internet just talking about bugs.
I get asked for my picture taken sometimes, and I'm like,
I'm just here on Scott's.
You're right. What I think the next show I want to see all over Facebook pictures of you with Lewis. That would make my day.
Look, it's the guy from Scott's.
What?
But no,
you know what?
Wait,
that's it. The Coventry show. I'll do a giveaway on the Coventry show. You got to have your picture taken with Lewis and put it on Facebook. And the one with the most likes will win whatever it is that we're giving away. We'll do that for the Coventry show.
Now it's going to be people like having Lewis in the background going. I got a picture of Lewis behind me.
Is that? Oh.
What about the American reptile and tarantula YouTubers?
Oh, don't you?
I like Chandler's Wildlife. I like Chandler. Paul Cafaro.
Some Americans, though, they ruin the hobby for us.
Some of us do. It's not. It's not. You can't say some
the
Americans.
the UK YouTubers are nowhere near as bad as the Americans. Like some of those guys over there.
I don't know.
Oh,
But I think that's just cultural differences from one country to another. English people have always been a bit quiet. Americans have always been a bit OTT, and that's just how it is.
Okay. That's true. The English
but-
do it on the side, but the Americans just like.
Yeah, exactly.
Some of them are good. Paul Cafaro used to not be amazing, especially with fish care, but he's improved a lot over the years, which is, just shows like, the more time you spend in a hobby, the more you improve upon it. I wouldn't say he's perfect. No one's perfect really, but he's definitely improved a lot. That's for sure. And Chandler does a great example of how reptile hobbyists should be in America with, actual adequate space for. Not just sticking him in a rack.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see him do what he's done for the King Cobra for these other snakes.
I think he's planning on doing it slowly. I mean, his croc enclosures are nice. I like them.
Well, his lairs not in the US. He's in Thailand, isn't he? Or Philippines.
I'm Filipino as well, but don't compare me to him. I promise. I'm not
right, he put a video out about his agent, right, and it come bolting out of the glass, out of the tank,
dropped on the
landed
floor.
on the floor. Right, he could have not shown that whatsoever. He could have just deleted that footage, got rid of it. But to be fair to him, he did put it on and shown what can happen if you open a glass door with a spider right next to it.
Yeah,
it can happen though, and that's
But the thing is, there's so many mistakes go on in people's collections that do YouTube that they're not showing, or they're not talking about. If I don't know something, I won't Google it and then go, "Oh, well, actually, I do know it." Here's the answer. I'll tell you, sorry, I don't know it, but Phil will know it, or Lewis will know it, or Jeremy will know it. That them guys wind me up. You see it all the time.
Trying to be like perfect, like everything I do goes well. Nothing in my hobby goes wrong. Like
and
I'll
it's
admit
like,
I say huntsmans aren't fast, but the amount of huntsmans I've had bolt out on me and been hiding in my bedroom for days on end, like it happens.
You tell me one hobbyist that hasn't killed a spider down to their bad husbandry. All of us have done it at the start. Maybe it's a new species and nobody knows how to keep it.
Accidental stuff happens, man. I mean, look what happened in the heat wave.
Exactly. I mean, how easy would it be to have something like that on the side and you knock it off your table and boom's gone? But yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I'm just honest. I think we're just honest about it. Time what?
Yeah.
Or on top of your fridge.
Yeah, I had a bought off Creatures from the North, a paired Balfouri. Put it on top of my fridge. As I'll put it there because my desk's full. Yeah, open the fridge door and it went flying. Boom, instant.
Oh, no.
But anybody else would be, there'd be channels out there going, "Oh yeah, it's still it's molted. That's why I've not shown it on the channel," or some bullshit, But I think if people that are new to the hobby hear our mistakes, they're the same mistakes, the new guys make, and it puts them at ease because they know they can carry on with the hobby instead of going, "Oh, I've killed a spider. That's it. I can't look after spiders ever again." It's like we've all made those same mistakes, And
just being honest in the hobby is what we need a lot as well.
Yeah, prehistoric pets.
I get a lot of shit, right? Because
don't like that guy at all.
No,
I get a lot of shit for using not bug grub, but the bug gel. I use bug gel. Yeah,
I use it as well.
In with my roaches.
Yeah, the roaches love it.
It's fine, but my God, the amount of crap I get is unreal.
I just put this stuff on top of it.
What's that? The bee pollen.
It's like a plant-based food.
Matt.
It's alfalfa. It's got carrot, protein, spinach. Like a nice. I got this bag for like 15 quid. Sprinkle it on top of the bug gel, and the roaches love it. Same with the crickets.
I mix all sorts of stuff up for mine. Honest,
Fresh veg and.
Do you know what I
fresh
think?
fruit.
Who's proper dick though?
he's going to say
Who?
Scott's inverts.
I think it's Scott's inverts.
I like when he just knows it now. It's just like he doesn't. You're gonna say me.
No, Lewis is a dick because you message him and it takes him 3 weeks to fucking get back to you.
My phone's always on silent. To be fair.
He's chatting
Right.
shit. He's
I'm
normally
on silent, but I'm never on. I'm never
Ellie?
off my phone.
Ellie, I'll put my phone over there. Don't need that now.
I was like it before.
Bug gel isn't for me really. Eating the bunny food is a hit with the roaches though. Yeah. I think with roaches, you know, if you're using insect fuel, bug fuel, or if you're using salad, and if the feeder colonies or your roaches are breeding, carry on doing exactly what you're doing. You know, that's as much as simple as it is. I don't use bug gel for anything other than my feeder colonies. I don't use
just for the feeders. Just for the feeders.
only for the feeders. And Orbis, the clear Orbis, I've used those before for feeders.
Have you
You
seen
got-
what that's put?
Oh. Yes. Yeah.
We're just going off on one.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Brian.
It's very, I suppose it's very easy to look at another channel or somebody else and find fault without being in their shoes, you know?
Yeah.
My red runners are dying off. Need to replenish them in the new year. The best advice I ever got for red runners was literally as much ventilation as you can possibly give while keeping that humidity up. But steam will kill them, which basically condensation will kill your red runners pretty quickly. And my first colony, oh God, when was that? About two years ago, died off because I did not give them enough airflow.
I keep mine in those, little phanariums, the large phanariums. No, I'm going to place an order with Zoo Center.
Zoo Foods.
Next year. Yeah, Zoo Foods.
Mate,
Saw your video.
Jara,
Their prices are amazing.
I could, like 30 odd quid for like 500, and each
Yeah.
box of 100 had an extra 10 in, and I found 3 or 4 dead, and they travelled through the cold weather with no heat pack for 3 or 4 days.
Wow.
And the quality, I mean, I said this yesterday. I mean, I've got a thing for the red on the red runners. I love the color, the redness on those. And with red runners, if they're not doing too well, you can see it. You can tell the difference with the color.
Pale.
And these guys are mint. Yeah, really, really nice.
Healthy. Yeah, I'm going to put an order for some red runners and lobster roaches in the new year.
Lobster roaches.
Lobsters. They're great. They stink. They smell terrible, but they are great feeders because they do not stop breeding no matter how.
No.
They just don't stop.
That's the thing. I had a lobster roach colony. I ended up killing it off because 1, they breed a lot, but 2, this is a kitchen and the whole kitchen stunk. They do stink your fucking room out.
Terrible.
Plus, if you get a female that's gravid escape,
Oh God.
then you need then you need to get the pest control in.
It's true though. They get everywhere and they climb.
Yeah, because they can breed in your house so easy, Nessa, is why. I mean, red runners, I've had red runners escape and we've had babies. I found babies. 6 months later, they're gone because, you know, the conditions, they haven't got enough water maybe on the floor. Or
Red
something.
roaches, yeah. The lobsters are like
they will live a little while before dying off, but lobster roaches will just live.
they're like the nuclear roaches. They'll survive a nuclear explosion. Those things.
Well, Phil was saying yesterday, some of them, there's been roaches that have been frozen for 5 years. They've defrosted them for, to have a look at them, and they start running around, crawling around, and all the rest of it.
Oh my god!
If he's still I don't know if he's still in chat. I'd be able to tell you the scientific name for which roaches it was. But yeah, 5 years in the freezer.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
Then what are they called? Like water buffaloes that live in your carpet, the little tiny microscopic little things that look.
Oh, tardigrades.
Yeah, them things can be frozen to like Arctic temperatures. Well, in fact, space temperatures. They can survive volcano type heat, and they can live in the vacuum of space.
It's crazy.
You can't kill them things.
And don't they do that like immortality thing where they'll like reduce, like like the immortal jellyfish where they'll like revert back to their like cellular state and then grow back again?
That's how they survive the cold.
Yeah, so they literally can't die because if they're going to die, they'll go back to a dormant state and then emerge again.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's like when I found that out, I was like, "That's amazing." We need
something like that lives on planet Earth.
Yeah, find that gene that does that.
You know what we need to do? Just send them to Mars and see what happens. To see how they evolve in Mars.
Yeah, and then when Elon Musk gets there, he gets invaded by them.
Just see them get bombarded by giant tardigrades.
I think Elon Musk, we're going to like literally robotize him as he gets older to make sure he lives another 100 years.
He's already
it's going to be like in Futurama, when they have like just the living heads.
Just the heads in the glass card.
What was the president?
I can't. It was what that was the first episode, wasn't it? Of Futurama, where he comes out of the deep freeze.
Yeah, and he sees like the president's head.
He smashes up a load of the museum, doesn't he? If I remember right.
Yeah. Oh, I need to rewatch Futurama. That was my favorite show as a kid, man.
Yeah, because he was doing a runner because he was given one job and that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah, he got chipped and it gave him the pizza job again.
Yeah, which he didn't want. The pizza delivery. And then
he ended up going to the mail anyways on the spaceship, and he met
Bender in the suicide booth.
Oh yeah. Oh, the memories, man. That show was great. The Poplars. Episode.
Zoidberg. I still love that.
That guy, Zoidberg was hilarious.
I nearly remembered the guy that did the streams with you. Then he did the one chip challenge. Wesley.
Oh yeah, Wes! Oh my god! Yeah, I remember.
BBC The Exotics, Harry. We've had him on a live. He's awesome, mate. Awesome guy. Yeah, Wesley.
Yeah. Oh, I need to catch up with him. I've chatted to him for a while.
He had quite a big following on YouTube at one point as well, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I met him at. I think I bumped into him at one of the shows. Was it this year? Or was it last year? I think it was last year. Bristol. I bumped into him.
I've got to go see him.
How old are you now, Jeremy?
21. Just turned 21 this year.
So when you were coming on them streams, you really were a young kid.
Yeah, I was like, what, fresh 18?
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's like I said, it's good to watch you evolve.
Oh, I appreciate that.
And I think the next couple of years, I think it's going to be really interesting for you, definitely.
I've got some big plans, that's for sure. And just hoping it all works out. Never know. Don't know if it'll work out or not, but if I don't try it, then I'll never know. So
it will. I think it will work out.
I hope so.
We just need to get more people to stand at the shows, I think.
You know, I think I've been quite lucky with where they put me in the shows though, because I've been in the middle for both shows I've vended at. So you know, I've got a lot of flow through my table. And Brighton, I did really well. Made, I think, how much was it? 700 that day. Crazy. And I sold practically like a whole table. If I compacted everything together, sold a whole table's worth, and I had 2 tables. It's a really good day.
That's awesome.
And just when I had the juvies growing up with the true spiders, I think people weren't too keen on buying the slings. So I think I'm just going to hold a bunch back, grow them up for next year, and have them ready for them.
That's one of my things for next year. If I buy a spider, it's not going to be a sling. It's going to be the large sling or a small juvie, or
at least, isn't it? Yeah,
or adults if I can afford them at the time. But yeah, that's also going to be like Night Reese. That is also going to be like my thing for true spiders, I think, as well.
And even with the true spiders, like I could up the price because they captive bred. Sorry, it's just gnats flying everywhere. I could up the price. Be like, look, they captive bred. I'm one of a few with captive bred. I could up them. Be like, oh, yeah, you want a captive bred red fang? Well, you're going to have to pay me 30 quid for a sling. Nah. I would much rather have everyone in the hobby have the opportunity.
To be honest, though, if you said, the £30 a sling, we go, yeah, but £25 wild caught female there on.
I could get an adult for £25. Why would I spend £25 on a sling? It's like, well, I could do that, but I mean, I don't know if you saw the price I had. I had five reach at the show, and it's only because I would much rather everyone be able to have the opportunity to own them than to make a profit on them. I don't care about the money at the end of the day. I care about establishing them within the hobby and for everyone to enjoy them as much as I do.
Aaron, you can come on the stream. Aaron, not obviously not this evening, open mic nights and stuff, but somebody else is inboxing there that you might want to come in on. There's World Autism Day. We're going to do a stream that day, just and try and we're going to do something that day. Maybe do a bit of a stream early on in the evening, depending what day of the week it is. Because if somebody else is doing a stream at like 8 o'clock, then we'll probably do it from 6 to 8 or something. And that stream will literally just be autism awareness more than inverts. I think might even get our Leo to come in, sit on it for 2 seconds that he'll sit still for. Both the boys are still doing frog jumps, Lewis.
I can't wait for Christmas. You are going to slightly hate me. But you're going to love me at the same time, right? Because you're going to love your present, but you're going to hate what I got for the kids.
Oh, no.
They're going to enjoy it.
He's got me a Princess Leia that you strip.
It's going to get to the point post-Christmas. It's just going to be Ellie's bug babies and no more Lewis. He's not going to be allowed to choose anymore.
Nessa's done the questionnaire for her daughter this morning. Nice. Oh, yeah. My doctor's questioned it with me before now, and I've just gone, I'm not interested in the diagnosis, to be honest. Does it make a lot of noise, Lewis? If it's a fucking drum set, mate, we are gonna have an issue.
Mate, I thought about it. The size of their packet.
Shall I let you into?
I got them 2 things, but they're both going to play with them together. So I thought I'd just put them in together and just.
I'll let you into a little secret. We got Leo a drum kit last year. It's still in the box. It's not got out. Sticky hand says BH. That was off that last video. It's true.
You know, not a drum set now. You got to get a tambourine. No box, just a tambourine. Just wrap it up. As soon as you open it, bang, bang, bang.
No.
Keith
We'll put it
needs
this
to spell
way,
his
right?
drunk.
Noah is absolutely going to love it, right? And Leo is just going to piss you off with it.
Oh no.
I can't wait till Christmas because I'm just going to get you're a prick. But I love you.
he's gonna reach regret it already.
Babe, we're cancelling Christmas. Send them all back.
Will Scott be sane enough to do the Christmas stream? Find out this evening. Post Lewis's present.
Like I said, I sat on the settee, right, doing all these for the draw, and I literally went like that to grab a pen because I was going to write 1 on this one and 2 on the other one, so I know which one it was. And I've looked round, and Leo's just gone woof and just fucked it everywhere. And I thought I can't just pick them all up and put them back into the pot because what if one name's disappeared?
Oh,
I was like, no. Damn, this gift sounds awesome, Lewis. You will find out on Christmas Day on that live stream how much I like Lewis and his gifts to the kids.
You'll see if Scott's going to be muted the whole time as well because it's just going to be constant.
I'm not joking. It's been what 4 or 5 months ago. He's shown the boys how to leapfrog. Right, leapfrogging from one side of the room to the other. They're still doing it now.
They are still to get on with kids.
Yeah. To be honest, when Lewis is around, Leo don't gain half as much shit as he normally does. Oh, mate, today I thought I was going to come on live with a black eye because he's got his bottle. He's just gone, whoomp, and it's got hit me here. And I've gone, you little dickhead. And I said to Tara, I said, I've got to go upstairs, otherwise I'm going to shout all sorts of obscenities at him. And I did. I just ran it under the cold water.
Did you hear what?
It's weird. It's like he has to do these things. With the autism, he has to do it.
Did you hear what Esme done?
No.
Chris's little girl. She come downstairs crying her eyes out, right? And when they asked her what's the matter,
yeah,
she says, "I want Lewis."
Oh.
Told you, kids love it.
Did he video call you with her?
No, we videoed it.
Oh,
that's so cute.
I hope the 2 people that won the giveaways actually watch this live back and know that they've won.
Just cut back into random points of just all the different topics we've been talking about today. Where it's
yeah, I'll have to go back to the videos and drop them both a comment and see if they see it.
Oh, they're going to be well chuffed with that. I missed the old world one, but what were the species in the old world video? I missed that one.
Oh yeah.
That's a good question. I think there was an OBT, Hattie, something else.
Good variety.
I can't remember. Yeah. But we're doing another 5 slings on Christmas Day. Lewis is putting up his whole collection.
That's going to be the exchange for the present. I'll give up my collection if you accept the present.
Leah's putting something in it. Did you say you would as well, Jeremy? I can't remember now.
Yeah, I'll put. Let's see. I'll do.
Please message me so I remember.
Yeah, like what would you rather? Would you rather one Javon and Hunt's Red Fang together, or do you want 2 of each species? I don't know what you'd prefer.
Whatever's easiest for you, because it's not going to be like one big prize. We're just going to go.
Bit by bit.
Over a couple of hours and just do them. Yeah. God knows.
I'll do the Javana and a Red Fang sling.
That's cool. That is really cool.
Yeah, a bit of both worlds.
Christopher Cunningham he won the Old World stuff. Debao was it for the Old World? I can't. I'll have to have a flip back. I may have some stuff for Christmas Day. Yeah.
Dow Bowie.
Something like that.
Dow Bowie, something like that.
Something like that. Feels like ages ago we did that now.
Where did I put the thing? No. I don't know where I put the. All right, see, I remember going down, having a quick look down the comments to make sure I spelled it right. I don't know where I've put the thing in, Bob. Oh, God knows. I'll find it in a bit. I'll just watch the video back to 9 o'clock. Do you shit out of the EU, says BH. Jeremy can only ship around the UK.
Oh, wait. I guess it meant ship.
Oh no, Leah had to drive 15 minutes back to where she was and then 10 minutes the wrong way to get home. Oof.
Oh, nightmare.
I bet Terry loved that. You could imagine, I bet Terry was having a right little fillip out in the car.
But yes, only in the UK, unfortunately.
No, I could imagine Terry just sat in the car like on his new vape.
The
Just trying to
CBD
get home
one.
to my egg eating snake.
I have nothing to do with that egg eating snake.
Yeah, no, nothing. No involvement at all.
Its
Guess
name
you
is not Lou.
Guess you
Hey,
do.
but it's free at the end.
Well, technically, I suppose, yeah, we do because it goes out to the sea.
Oh, makes me think twice about eating fish now.
Fish are the most polluted animal on the planet, full of
Yeah.
horrible metals
Plastics.
and plastics. Yeah,
I don't eat a lot of the bigger fish.
Chemicals.
Stick to like mackerel and
Like,
stuff.
fish are full of aluminium and microplastics.
And what's that other one that they talk about? That you can't eat too much of tuna and stuff because of the thing in it. Well, what's that one again?
Mercury
It escapes me. Mercury. Yeah.
mercury, the heavy metals.
Yeah. God.
No, mercury is a metal, technically.
They're so messed up. You can only eat a little bit per week, otherwise you'll get mercury.
Hi, Kale.
poisoning.
Hi, Andre. Magnesium, mercury, Rookie
Oh, hey,
says. Oh yeah, go on then, Layla.
That's just going to go through the periodic table at this rate.
It's the heavy metals, isn't it? It's the same with canal fish.
It's a dicks anyway.
With canal fish, you often, especially in Coventry, see people fishing for fish and cooking them at the side of the bank, and all the barges with the oil and heavy metal. My chat is now this. That's my chat, look.
Just
Close the chat down and open it back up. Mine does that sometimes.
There we go.
I mean, Matt, they are literally like living torpedoes. Like they will literally crash into you. They are nasty little things.
Why are you trying to swim with tuna? I thought you
That's
swim
like
with
the one thing you don't swim with is tuna. They are literally torpedoes. They will crash into you.
I think I've been attacked by a tuna. I was in Malta and we were diving off their ship. I say ship, it was this tiny little fucking boat thing. And I'm in the water and something big and blue brushed the side of my leg. Right? As it's brushed my leg, I looked down, seen something blue, and Jesus walked on water. I ran across the fucker. I was out the water. I couldn't tell you any more about the situation or what it was. It was gone.
I've been attacked by a lot of weird things, but I can safely say I've not been attacked by a tuna.
Attacked by a tin of tuna.
We're gonna have to get like a tuna plushie or a tuna like cuddly toy and chase Matt around the shows with it.
Yeah.
Just hit him with it every now and again. Boom! Attacked by
It's like,
tuna.
you know, like people have been making those like little like what were those plushies, and you put like a donation towards. You pre-order them. You just have a massive tuna, and then just Matt's head just stuck inside the tuna's mouth, just with X eyes.
Maybe that's how we can get through the crowds at the shows. Put a tuna head, a fake one, on top of Matt, and then he can just go forward
and just charge into people. I say I've not been attacked by a tuna, but I remember I went to the Philippines, like, this was like 5 years ago. We went snorkeling over this coral reef, and I swear to God, this little grouper was probably about 3 inches, like tiny little thing. The biggest attitude I've seen in a fish. I was just snorkeling over this coral reef, and every time I go near his little patch of coral, he'd come up and flick you, and then run back down into the thing, and then look at you. He'll just sit there like that, and then charge you again. You're like this big.
Chronically Vexed says, I just lost some awesome footage of my Nando Chromatus eating with a close-up of the fangs. I could cry. Mate, you'll lose footage, and you'll lose more footage, and you'll lose more footage. It's just the nature of the beast. I've recorded stuff and then gone to edit it and realised that I hadn't pressed record. That can piss you off. Especially when you're doing one video and then you go to edit it, realise you hadn't filmed the actual main part, so you've had to do a different one instead.
There was a point where I first did my YouTube channel and I was just getting so fed up of recording videos, because at the time, I think what iPhone was it? One of the older iPhones, and my microphone got busted out because I think I dropped in water or something like that. And every time I'd record, it'd be so muffled, and I'd record like 20-minute long videos of like a proper good video. I was so proud of it, and all you hear is that's the audio.
Try having all your Google account, your YouTube account, and everything on your phone, and then you not having your phone anymore. That was a bad weekend. That was a bad weekend. And if it weren't for Chris and Lewis, I would have been fucked, to say the least.
Lost everything.
Everything, yeah, everything.
You must have had a 2-hour phone call trying to sort that out.
Yeah.
And then another one after that.
Yeah. Yeah. That's just stuff that goes on with Scott's Inverse that people don't see.
They're behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. I don't speak to Chris and Lewis as much as I should do, but when I do, it's normally like, oh, fuck.
Technical issue.
Or something's gone on, and like, you know, Leo's done me head in, or something's happened, and it's like, fuck's sake. And then just one little thing in our little chat, and then a bit of a piss taking goes on, and everything's back to normal again.
Well, anyway, because it's coming up to 11:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna be closing the stream down in a second or two. So if you haven't liked it already, make sure you do. When you like videos, like some videos on videos and streams. If you don't comment, at least we know we're doing the right stuff, you know. Because you don't get many comments, so people, when it takes 2 seconds to like it. If you don't like it, thumb it down. Then I know, like, going forward, what to do more of and what not to do.
And even then, likes and dislikes, it's still engagement. It pushes the stuff out.
Exactly, yeah.
Mate, there's one person dislikes every video, every short, everything I do, but they must be subscribed to see it all.
Yeah. So you get the subscription and you get the engagement boost. Win, win, win.
some of the comments I've had on the shorts, it's like, you know,
It's
because
so
they go
funny,
out
isn't
to
it?
anybody and everybody, and not everybody loves the stuff like we do. Merry Christmas, Leah. That was a big bang.
Right. So anyway, Jeremy, Scott, it's been a pleasure, and
Mate, it's great chatting to you again, dude.
Always
nice one, Lewis. Appreciate it.
Take it easy, man.
Everybody else in chat, and Ella's feeding the cats. So, all right, see you later.
All right, see you in a bit.
Bye. My God, we've really been going on for 3 hours. It doesn't feel like it.
Mate. Yeah. It's Tuesday nights, just go like that, and
They
then
just
I've got to wait a
fly
week
by.
for the next one.
This is what I miss about doing consistent streams. Is just chatting with like-minded people, and then the time just flies by.
It's like we get so many lovely people in the comments.
It's great.
and we're all weirdos, which makes it even better.
Exactly. It's nice to break away from normality every now and then.
Weirdos used to get singled out. Now we've all come together as a
Now we all just bunch together.
community.
We take over venues for a day.
Yeah, now we can take over.
Gonna be taking over the country.
Tarantula Rocky still filming for tomorrow's video. Is that for YouTube or OnlyFans, Matt? Do you like zebras? Yeah.
Yeah, they're cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I like combination colours, a bit like the grey stripes, you see, and the ginger background. It's a bit like the black and white on the zebra.
Mine is just shiny head.
Look, the grey stripes, that means I'm halfway to Gandalf the White, so I'm doing all right.
At least you can grow facial hair, man. I'm not.
Well, I've got to, you know. The new job is being Santa, in it, so I've got a lot of stuff to do Christmas Eve. So if I look a bit tired on the Christmas Day live, it's because I've been up all night delivering presents to the world.
That and then Lewis's present.
Both YouTube and OnlyFans require the same macro lens, so kill two birds with one stone.
I want a macro lens on OnlyFans. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, your ancient socks, goes Jackie. Go back to your gym days, Scott. Mate, no. When I was doing the gym 10 years ago, I was on steroids and shit. I ain't never doing that again. But I can't at the moment go back to the gym. I have to cancel the membership because I'm not working, am I? So unfortunately, can't afford it at the moment. Watch this space. We'll be back there. We will be back there. But I ain't gonna lie. I like food. I like being chubby. When I was going to the gym, I was so body conscious. It was unreal.
Yeah.
Now I don't give a fuck. If I want to eat something, I'll eat it. If I walk with a wobble, so what? You know, I don't.
That would be nice to lose a bit of my stomach because I have gained a bit of weight, but you know, I'm not that fussed over it really. I did go to the gym this year for like a couple months, and I was just like, wow, it's not like it used to be.
Fat blokes are in, mate. Fat blokes are in.
No,
it's in fashion to be fat.
Hey, keeps you warm in the winter too.
Oh yes. Oh yeah.
Especially in the theatres. Like think that they keep the warm in there. No, it has to stay cold in the operating theatres, like 15 degrees with a constant airflow. Otherwise the bacteria grows. So you have to keep it cold.
Wow.
So you couldn't imagine what it was like during the minuses. Oh God, it's horrible.
I mean, I think it's been 7 degrees most of the day in Coventry today, and it's felt really warm in here. Well, in the whole house. In the whole house.
A lot warmer. Like yesterday, going to work, it's
very strange going from -3, -4 to 7 degrees literally overnight. Yeah. It's
like
very
the day before yesterday, it was -6. I wake up the next morning, it's 11 degrees. Where did the weather go? Crazy stuff. I'm glad the cold's gone though. I don't like that kind of cold.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it when the ground's solid and the cobwebs are all iced up as well as the trees and the grass.
That's nice, yeah. And the snow is nice for like 2 days. When it snows and the day after. But after that, oh god, the snow can just go away. To be honest.
I just knocked my wire out for a second. It's either where they all are or in the other room.
Okay. I'll run out.
Tara wants a blackcurrant vape.
Ooh.
I might have used a lot of it.
Oh no. Good thing she's not on stream at the moment.
Oh yeah.
What?
Is Tara? Oh, you got it. Is Layla doing that cup of tea or what?
Don't know. Didn't know she was doing one.
Yeah.
I've been upstairs with her.
It's supposed to be matching. Have a look.
Oh.
Oh my god. Stop doing this. Tara's army is supporting her. She's still the enemy.
Always.
Yeah, I think Jeremy. I think we're gonna end the stream.
It's been great. Thanks for having me on.
I've got.
If you have any guests, pop me a message.
I've got an appointment early in the morning.
Oh no, that's all good. No worries. It's been great. It's nice to be back on a stream again. I need to start doing this more. I say this every time.
Hey,
Start doing this
Jamie.
more consistently, but
yeah, no worries. Christmas Day, we've got the live. If you're putting something in, you're more than welcome to pop on at any point, even if it's only for 10 minutes, because I appreciate it's Christmas Day.
yeah, I'll see if I can pop on.
I doubt very much. It's not going to be too inverted. It's just going to be let's just fuck it, have a bit of a laugh.
Yeah, just
You know
have,
what I found?
jump on.
Beard tinsel.
Where
One Beyond.
Tara's on about beard tinsel and me. What the fuck is beard tinsel? What's beard tinsel?
It goes in your beard.
Goes in my beard. What?
Tinsel.
Tinsel for my beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, just wrap it all in there. Have you been tuning into Mitch's streams? He's been putting like lights in his beard. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm generally not down for that type of shit. But it looks like Christmas Day is happening.
I can
They
find some mini
sell
balls.
beard, more balls.
Tinsel in the beard.
Oh, nice, Aaron. Gygus, the footage of its molt and falling into the hole will be included in tomorrow's video, says Tarantula Rookie. We shall tune in to watch that one. I think Phil's video of incredible inverts of other animals one's tomorrow is the zoo, but all the animals in the snow.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cute.
So that is going to be something else.
Well, gonna go sort Noah because he's awake.
Chandler's Wildlife sub tier. Wow.
Whoa. Okay, that's cool. Not jealous at all.
No, not at all. I had him reply to one of the comments once, and that was it.
Oh,
But he is.
Who did I have
I
subscribed to me? Tarantula
I
Cat
do.
subscribed to me and follows me on Instagram.
I do like Chandler's Wildlife. He is
He's great.
epic. His trip to Thailand was pretty cool.
I was just about to say his trip to
Um,
Thailand was, that series is amazing. Wild Heteropo de la Nula. Oh, so jealous.
He does need more subscribers, I tell you.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's a big channel anyway, but
Mm.
it would be cool to watch him be able to go off and do a Thailand, maybe like, somewhere else, maybe Borneo or somewhere. And
Oh, that'd be amazing. He needs to go back to Australia again. That was a cool series too.
yeah, Jackie said, I love. Yeah, I was actually, he did a premiere. I think it was while he was in Thailand, actually. And I was on it chatting in the comments. And then Jackie turned up as well. That was cool.
Like, oh, I know you.
Yeah. Oh, nice home zone. But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Jeremy. It's been an amazing evening.
Thank you.
Anybody in the comments, if you're in the UK and going to the shows, please look out for Jeremy's Wild World. Go check out the True Spiders. You sometimes have other little bits and bobs in there as well, don't you? If Ben turns
I
up,
work with a few other different bits and bobs here and there, so you never know what will be on my table.
Jeremy's Wild World _ over on Instagram. Please go give him a follow. Jeremy's Wild World on YouTube as well. Please give him a subscription. Would be absolutely awesome. Remember to watch some of Jeremy's stuff as well, to help him get his hours up so he can get monetized too, because we all want to kind of get there and grow together. And we should all be sharing the love out from one channel to the next, to the next, to the next. So we can all kind of get somewhere and do something, you know, make it more positive than it already is, let's say.
Oh, 100%.
But yeah, thank you so much for coming on, Jeremy. Really appreciate it. It's been a blast from the past and an update. And you know, it's good to see where we're going to be going in the future.
If you ever want me to come on again, Tuesday's a great day for me because I'm usually off on the Wednesday. So if you ever need a guest, let me know. I'm happy to come on again.
Okay, brilliant. I think when you get those spiders to be a little bit like juvenile at that point, if we get you on again, possibly
I can show them off for sure.
Yeah, show them off and maybe get some sold. Might buy some as well, to be honest, especially with the red fangs. Night, Kerry. Kerry, apologies, Kerry, because I didn't realise that you'd become a channel member. So your name weren't in the little thing at the end of the video. It is now. I'll put it in the last one. So going forward, it will be in all those. But I do apologise. She became a channel member 9 days ago, and I only saw it yesterday. I was like, oh shit. Yeah, so your name will be on that end bit on the videos now. Oh, thank you, Shady Things. Shady Things is another great channel. Very, very quirky invert-related channel.
I'm going to check out the channel later on.
I enjoy it. She recently went to Ham, so she's got the pickups and she bought this male. It's absolutely stunning. I think was it a panther? No, it weren't. I can't remember. Was it a Plateoma? Big purpley pink one. Anyway, it's absolutely stunning. So check out Shady Things while you're checking out channels as well. She's pretty damn cool.
Definitely, I'm going to check out now before I forget.
Oh yeah. No, I'm kind of crap. Let's sod off. She's not. She's lovely. Plateoma. That's the one. Well, obviously. Beautiful, beautiful trencher. Beautiful male. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Again, Christmas, 6 p.m. We're going to be doing a fair few giveaways throughout that stream. It starts at 6. I'm not quite sure when it's going to finish. It will just finish when it finishes. So if you're not doing anything Christmas Day at 6 p.m., pop along, come say hello. It's going to be more of a probably take the piss out of Scott's inverts than anything to do with spiders. But you know, it'll be a good day. And then again, we're going to be doing a giveaway on Boxing Day. 7 different species of isopod. I'm very, very lucky to have a breeder contact me and offer this. Very, very, very lucky. Anyway, thank you so much to everybody that's popped in, popped out, stayed here all the time. Absolutely love you to bits. And yeah, we'll see you on Christmas Day.
Take care, everyone.
Boy. See you later.